care.
Full cam.
Hello!
Hi, clothing sponsors that will
Welcome.
sponsor us. I need more like nature shit. So
And Preston needs actual clothes, clearly.
I'm wearing light armor. Light armor.
Oh my god.
more like no armor.
Lucky.
Oh, you mean like
Anyway, hi everyone. Welcome to episode 17? 16? 17.
17.
You can't.
Of Dragon Ball D&D. I say every time. It's like a thing. Like that we're just gonna get fined by if we ever do make money.
Yeah, Funimation gonna come in.
Immediate
We about to walk up to that studio and be like, yo, chill out.
Wait, I thought this was episode 16.
You're gonna see some
17.
scissors, bitches. Okay, last episode, the group. Wait, why is that not showing? Oh, there we go. The group made a deal with the. Well, the group brought the item back that was needed, the ring, back to the what the fuck was it? Bronze Theatre Bronze, and talked to their matron about needing to find this poisonous animal, in which they were introduced to a young half-elf called Ravaga, Silent Thread, who had experience with such a beast, and took the group out to sea close to the flaming reef to hunt for the creature. The group then dove down into the deep waters, uncovering a layer-type space of strange caverns with honeycomb roofs, and began to explore under the influence of some under the influence of some heavy water-breathing potions. They hunted around, finding a couple of little hidden gems in the process, having an epic fight with a pretty basic crab.
Listen, shit happens, okay?
Yeah, and then made their way into a large open chamber where there was a huge statue of a snake. On inspection of the snake statue, it came to life, uncoiling and attacking the group. And then a battle ensued where they fought the snake, and finally Caius managed to knock the creature unconscious with his ice cream.
I know, he's going to him over here.
Deja vu.
Go ahead, continue.
And they then hunted around the space and dragged the creature up. Well, actually, quite quickly brought the creature up to the surface, very simply. As they ascended through the depths with the creature, a couple of the group stayed below to hunt through some extra wreckage that they found, finding some little bits of gold and some cool little items. And yeah, we cut back to the group surfacing on the water with this gigantic unconscious sea snake floating in the water with them.
Teen time.
Are we all the way at the top?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're
already at
We're actually
stopped
we're standing on top of the
I say
sea.
y'all shouldn't be up at the top yet.
No, not yet. They're still looking.
Well, no, they're just arriving at the top.
Well, I mean,
Well,
we
no.
went up to the top, so what would we do while they were searching? Remember?
Well, I'm just saying you're all arriving at the top. I'm just putting you all together in that situation. You hung around for literally
Maybe I wanted to have time with
1
my blue
minute.
brother, you know?
If you would like time with your blue brother,
Give them their blue time.
okay, do your blue.
I better make out this
Wait,
thing.
are we right by the ship or not?
Perception check. You're like, don't see the
Hey.
ship. Don't see the ship.
I guess. Oh, I would have looked. But at this point in time, I'm still on your back.
He's on your shoulders.
He's tiny.
Yeah.
I feel about that.
At this point in time, I'm still on. We need to hurry up on the ship and just get this thing on the ship, tie it down, and get everybody to aim at it, just in case it wake up while we're trying to do the extraction.
Oh, okay.
Where's the ship? Do you see the ship?
Are you that blind?
I guess you are.
Oh my god, add to the 5 cutter.
I got a 9 for looking for a big ass ship.
Got a 9.
Yeah.
You should see this big ass.
Oh jeez. Yeah, you look around. You zoom in.
Yeah.
Don't see the ship, no.
You do not. I shoot lightning bolts in the air.
There's still time.
That's like to get someone's attention. Okay, you fire a lightning bolt into the air.
He's in time. He's
time.
smart.
And you hear behind you, yeah? And you turn around and the ship's right there.
Hey,
right
I need everybody ready to get the fish, the snake in the shield, tie it down. Everybody aim anything at it just in case it flinch. And I need Boom Boom to start extracting this poison.
Boom, boom, yeah, exactly. Quickly, I do not know how to get these poison, so you'll be
Boom Boom's head peeks over the
I
side.
can't hear you.
I am small, I am not quiet.
She says like, you're quite quiet actually. It might sound loud to you, but to us, very silly.
And by the time I turn full size, it's only a minute.
Oh, yeah, so the
I'm still on your shoulders, so like, I don't know if you fall or not.
the group of you below just like pop up to the surface as well.
While I'm
around.
going down under the surface.
Boom Boom pops his head over the side of the ship and he's like, God damn, that's a big snake!
Alright, we probably should rope and tie this up to the side of the ship. It might be easier for you to.
So now, bring that bitch up here. Yeah.
Alright.
I need to get my hands on it.
Boom boom. It's not dead. Should we maybe?
Yeah.
Get off my shoulder!
I am off your shoulder. I'm not staying up there. And I start
Fantasia, ready to sleep spell.
Yeah, they lower some ropes down the side and they're like, yeah, tie it equally across and we'll hold it up.
Can anyone knows how to? Well, Shinye, can you tie it around its mouth?
How about
To keep
I
its
get
mouth open, but it
the
can't,
giant
like-
squids to just tie up and hold it down?
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, I command the giant squids to come up onto the deck and just hold it. The
So yeah,
bottom
the squids like wrap themselves around. How are you gonna hoist it onto the deck?
The
Actually,
rope.
wait, no, the squids can do it.
I think a giant
They
squid
fly.
because this is a big ship. It's probably about 5 stories off the sea floor.
I mean,
At least 3 stories.
we have the same way that the boats they come down. We bring the little boats down in order to get into the water to
I
go.
mean, they have like they have 17 strength.
I mean,
Yeah, but
can't
what's
they
their
climb
range? What's their
big
reach?
surfaces?
What's their
How
reach?
big is it?
15 feet.
15 feet.
I think they're pretty strong. They probably.
I don't think they'd be able to reach from the deck of the ship to
Hey,
the water,
it's
but
okay.
it's probably about 25 feet. So
Chinye, wait, and I tell them to lower the boat down. You know, normally there's a big ship, you have a
that is
smaller
on the
boat.
back of the boat.
Okay, we are all standing. We have to pull these beach all the way.
Yeah, I
to
mean, the crew have dropped ropes down
No.
for you
Okay,
to
so-
tie up.
Oh, yeah.
Satisfies
just tie it up
it,
and
pull
bring it
the
up.
beach up top.
Yeah, the octopus will just hold it up there while it's up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, the octopus wrap around it just to make sure it stays secure, and you guys quickly, tie some tight knots, and the crew heave it up onto the top of the boat, and it's coiled up. It takes up a large amount of the surface part of the boat, in space-wise, coiled up. But it's not snake coiled up because it's all unconscious, so it's all kind of like gangling, lying all over the place. And
Fantasia, stay prepared and ready with the sleep spell.
I'll consider it.
Be best in case this thing wakes up in the process. Please. Do brothers.
I'm done with it.
First mate.
Tintin's on some strange ice
He took it out the
things
bag of
from the
holding.
bottom of the sea. Oh, it would not be ice if you took it out of the bag of holding.
I mean, you could cast a spell on it to keep it cold.
No.
Not in another dimension.
Anyway.
Either.
Anyway,
Boom, boom. Can we get your help?
I want to help Boom Boom.
Yeah. Man, I never done taking some venom directly from the creature myself, but I know what to do when I got it.
Can I assist Boom Boom?
I want to.
Make
Some
it-
assistance would be mighty fine. Thank you so much. In fact, maybe I should assist you.
so he helps you and gives you advantage.
Sure.
I'm helping as well.
Try to.
Because remember, I
You
like
have
my
one
swords.
advantage, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Which of you two have a better medicine?
I have +7.
Medicine?
Yes.
I have +5.
Then I guess you are rolling with advantage.
Cots. 19. Oh, 26.
Roll again with advantage.
This is legit, right?
Yeah.
14.
So 26 was the
Yeah,
highest.
26. Yeah.
Yeah, so
26
you
was
grab a couple of vials of Boom Boom, and then you take some leather from your pouch, quickly put it into some little circles, and you take, you open up the snake's mouth and you put the vial with the leather, like pierce the fang through the leather, and you start to milk some venom from the snake fang. And you quite quickly fill up about 4 or 5 vials, about say 4 vials, like quite large, like more like this sort of size, with this bright blue liquid venom that just seems to be almost like sparkling. It's really like fluorescent blue in its style from the snake.
Okay. I seal the vials and I hand them to Boom Boom to take care of them.
Nice.
Boom.
I guess you want me to start having a look at creating this here anecdote,
Is this going to be enough?
Oh yeah, one of them vials will probably be enough. Maybe 2 if I make a mistake on the first one, but a day or 2 I'll have that ready for you.
I appreciate you, Boom Boom.
I guess we can.
And he like hurries down below, back to his little workshop that he has set up.
We might as well chop these up and sell this piece as.
Well, it's still alive, so we don't have to.
Kayas, do you want to take the
I was
last?
gonna say
Before we kill it, we may want to keep it alive just in case. He said in case he messes up.
We have 5 vials.
It's Boom Boom.
You have 4 vials.
He's a crazy man.
we're not going to keep this snake on the
No,
side of
we
the
are
thing
not.
to
He
wake
will
up
tear
and
up the
wreck our
ship.
ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we
I would
should.
rather Kayas take the last blow and cut his head off.
How about we just let it go?
I'd rather Kayas cut his head off.
If we let it go, it could just come after the ship.
You're making a pretty nice painting at the market.
My
All
God.
I'm saying, look, I'm all for it.
I mean,
if
why
you
the
want-
ship look tasty
We
to
can
us,
skin
so.
it. That's a lot of snake skin. Each tooth can go for a solid 100 gold, Tintin. You can take some of those.
I mean, if y'all want to
fangs,
kill it,
sacrifice
we can
them
kill
for,
it, but
you know,
I
you know
just
what
say we just throw it back in the water.
The reason why I say kill it, we can sell his parts to shippers and fishers who cannot, of course, come and kill it yourself.
Yeah, I mean, we heard the story of it killing 2 full ships.
I mean,
That's fine. Whatever y'all want to do, just know that when y'all kill it, just whatever y'all want to do.
There will be more people dying.
I stab it on top of his head, like right through the,
You just
right through the top.
yeah.
of
I
his
mean,
head. Through the brain and kill
it just and then immediately just spasms and goes limp on the ship. So you now have a large, like probably like half a ton of dead reptile on the top of the ship, currently being strangled by 2 large squid
Oh wow!
that are probably I don't
used
think
a
they
lot.
breathe there, giant squid. So
No, but
they're
they can hold
probably
their breath
having-
for an hour.
okay, so they're looking a little bit bluer than they normally look at this point.
I'll take the tooth. I'll take it's one of the snakes.
Okay, so you're gonna cut out one of the you mean the big like fangs? Is that, or would you want a normal tooth?
I want 2 normal teeth
Okay, go ahead and roll just a quick medicine check.
and
Can
one big fan.
10 times. While you're doing
This
that,
cloud of daggers.
do you mind giving one to Rock?
10.
10.
Do you mind giving one to Rock?
big thing.
You managed to get a couple of the small fangs that you wanted, but you actually damaged one of the big fangs trying to take it in. It like cracks, but it was the one that was being used to milk the venom. But you get a couple of small. Well, they're small teeth, but they're still like 3 inches.
Right.
They're pretty hefty and super sharp.
I'll want to get one of the fangs too.
Okay, you
Try
go
to
for the other fang.
Harvest it.
Oh! 9.
9, yeah.
Yeah, I will roll
You go to like try and take the fang out. And go, yeah, I've worked with this before, and you're like, oops. And you crack the fang in half. You still got like a bit of bone, but it's not.
That's not as much. I'm pissed 'cause it rolled to
Give it
18
a second.
and then teetered back, and I was like,
Mark, so he gives Rock the crack too.
Yeah, long,
I like
but
it.
it's still big.
Yeah,
Okay, what, sir?
Give Rock. I told him to give Rock a tooth. If you want one of the teeth.
Oh, Ravaga.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Ravaga like takes the tooth from you and she says like,
The big one.
the broken fang. She's like,
That way you can take
No.
it back to Phil.
it'll do. And she like stuffs it in her bag. And she just gives the snake like a brief kick as she walks out.
Okay, Caius. That diamond.
Catch. He throws this to.
He throws you a small ornament of a yellow, a jade owl.
What is?
I'm
What
getting
is this,
naked when I
Caius?
talk to Caius. Put that on my in front of everybody. Caius,
Oh my god.
What?
we need that diamond to give it to Ned so he can finish that fishing rod.
Why are you naked?
He needs a diamond.
Huh?
He needs a diamond.
The whole team is here. They're having a casual conversation as he strips.
Sure, why not?
Ned's like,
Here, diamond? You got a diamond there? Yeah. Give me that.
Caius goes and hands him the diamond.
Hey Ned, will one of these teeth work well with that? For the hook?
Maybe. I mean, I was needing maybe something a bit stronger than that. You know, the thread. You know, the adamantine.
That's what we gave you already.
Y'all never.
Yeah, so I'm gonna probably fashion that into the hook, as well as the initial leader.
Oh, okay. Can you give me that?
I mean, I like it,
No.
but okay.
yeah, hands it back to you.
He's like, this will do nicely. I'll be right back.
And he just like teeters off to the workshop at the top of the ship. Okay. What are you gonna do? There's still a massive dead snake.
No one knows how to skin this properly.
What is that? What is that? Nature? Or would it be?
Probably be survival.
It would be survival or medicine again.
I thought it'd be sleight of hand because you're careful.
I don't think you sleight of hand that much.
Alright, I said I will try
What's your
to
survival?
do so. 5. I mean, no. My medicine, he said you can do medicine, which is 5 for me.
Oh, okay.
Survival is +2.
My survival's plus 2.
Yeah.
So you can
Shay, you can help him. If you
Will assist and,
Well,
and guide him.
I would rather you roll since I'm assisting you, sir.
So yeah, Tintin hands you like a really beautiful skinning knife that he pulls out of his bag and starts to just guide you through the use of the knife, and you're like, "Bitch, please, I've done this before." But he does advise you a little bit and he does help. So you can roll.
I'm not too familiar with sea stuff, so 20 on the first roll.
Normally you'd have skinned with your claws, but you're
Yeah.
okay with using a knife for this.
20 and 13, so 20.
To 20? Yeah, I mean it takes you probably a good like hour and a half, 2 hours, but you manage to take off this very brilliant like blue green like leathery snake skin. You manage to cut like probably about like 10 meters of like usable snake skin that would obviously need to be tanned and dried and cured, but could be made into some quite beautiful armor actually, or some kind of like clothing or something like that. You have it's a lot. So it's like if you took like your bed sheets, like that's probably like 2 meters. Well, it's like 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters is a bed sheet. So it's
This is
equivalent
10
of
of
like
those?
10 bed sheets.
Holy
So it's really quite heavy. Well, and it's like this thick.
It's thick.
The membrane of the skin. So it's a lot. It still probably weighs.
We'll move it to like
Yeah.
the cargo section of the ship.
Do we keep any meat for the ship? We have salts to
Snake,
preserve.
yeah.
Do we know how to? I don't know how venom and stuff works, but do you poison it or whatever?
You can ask the chef, yeah.
Who's the chef?
The lady that with the daughter.
The
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The one with the daughter.
Been taking care of your nameless dog that you say has a name.
It has a name. You don't even know it.
Yeah, Lena comes up and she looks at it and she says, "Yes, I've definitely cooked sea snake before, much smaller sea snakes, but I assume that the flesh is the same. Should I bring my carving equipment, please, and we'll see what we can do here. I I probably only need a small portion of the snake. The rest you could throw to the fish, or
Good for us.
not sure what you would want to do here, but I really probably only need a small amount that would feed us for weeks.
Let's see what we can catch with the rest of the meat.
Yeah,
I like
start
how
thinking
Some
that-
of the meat, we get the rest of it.
Yeah, I mean, if we catch them out, we can take care of the animals here too.
Yeah, we can.
Kayas, don't you have a
Kayas.
dog?
Yeah. It's a beast of the snake.
Yeah, I mean, you can hack like a massive chunk out of it if you're not trying to be fancy. You just hack like a big chunk, just got a bit of bone in, whatever. Like, yeah, and actually you hack through it, and there's like a big like, as you hack through, there's a big like rib bone there as well, like real big rib bone. That's also like that you uncover from when you hack a piece of meat out, and you're like, I can give that dog a bone, you know.
Alright, so I do have something I want to do. This won't sound stupid. But my guy want to kind of hack through the snake and slowly throw pieces over while we're going to see if you find anything inside the snake.
Speaking of going, have we left or just watched him
You
spin
are
a snake?
currently
We haven't
on
left.
where you are.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah,
not
we
left.
just
We
watched him
should,
spin a snake.
You have not given the command.
Should we start heading?
Yeah, we should raise the anchor.
Wait, are we heading back
We're
to your
going
uncle
to my uncle.
straight away?
Yes.
I'm no fan of that.
Or we make a stop.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, you set sail. You give the command to set sail. You start hacking through the snake. So yeah, you start throwing. You just chucking bits overboard as you hack through, right? Like because actually the ship is sailing a little slower than normal because there's a lot of weight on the top right now. So you start hacking through. Roll. Explain to me like how you were going about this in general. Are you just going at it, or are you sort of like carefully cutting through and
A
settling?
little carefully because we ain't got nothing else to do.
So you can roll a medicine. You can roll a medicine check to see how well.
While we're going and while we're like cutting parts off and moving it, I'm using prestidigitation to like clean up the ship because I want it to be
I
nice.
didn't find anything. I got a natty 20.
Nat one, yeah. So you're just slicing bits off and you chuck a bit and you're like, did that shine? No, never mind. It's gone. And you're like slicing through a few other bits. You throw it off and you're like, there's a bit of wood. Never mind. Yeah. So you basically watch Tintin just disgustingly mutilating and butchering this piece
I
of.
figured you'd be a lot cleaner than that.
Yeah, I thought he was a priest, not a butcher.
Bits of flesh just flying
I'm not
outside.
a butcher, that's why it's like
He's
this.
getting more annoyed as he does this, and bits are flying further and further. He's fucking strong, so he's like, like
I picked this up and say, Kayas, this is pretty nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. I've never had one of these things.
Once I'm done, I'm going to do
No problem. I just thought out of everybody, you'd probably find the most use for it.
Interesting. Cool. And I like put it on the side, like in my pouch. This nice little owl.
Yeah, so you're sort of about 3 or 4 hours out, heading back.
How long do we think it'll take?
It's probably about a day and a half.
Okay.
Journey back.
So we take a risk?
You would, yes, at a certain point.
Wait,
Not right now.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, so it's about like probably about 4 or 5 hours into the journey, just as Tintin is sort of throwing the last parts of the snake over the side. Van from the crow's nest just like waves, and Val immediately sees him, and he just points behind the boat. And she sort of runs to the back of the boat. And she's like, "Captain, there is a shape in the water behind the boat."
Looking at Tintin. Tintin.
Yeah.
Shit. Let's probably look to see what this animal may be.
Yeah.
You might be able to talk to it, you know?
Yeah, I just talk to animals. Like
I am just messing with you.
I say,
And I
we
look,
can
over,
deal
I
with
look over
it
the side.
if needed.
I say, show yourself.
You tease the animal.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I said, show yourself.
Nothing happens.
So I go to attention and I'm like, hey, watch this. You gotta call to it. So you gotta go like, ah, and then he'll hear you.
I can talk to animals in the water. So.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, you can do that?
Any sea creature I can talk to.
How did you talk
Oh,
to
that
this?
is very. You
They
must
can't talk back. I
In
just
the
can give
water.
it demands.
In the water.
I have to be in the
From,
water.
yes, not from out of the water to into the water.
I said, get
Puts
ready
his
for
head
it.
in the water.
Hey, y'all get ready. If I jump in the water and try to talk.
Wait. Our boat is going to be moving faster than you.
That's fine. We'll tie some rope around him and then he can like just swan dive in. And we'll
Kayak.
Yeah, there you go.
We may need your help here, please.
Wait, you said 25 feet? Alright, I have 10 feet of rope. No, 15 feet of rope. Does anyone else have any rope?
I have some rope on me as well in my back.
This sounds very
I
scary.
feel a player death coming.
Can we at least see what it is? So I look, I'm just looking hard so I get
It's
like,
a perception check.
oh god.
I'm looking because I'm trying to talk to it anyway.
Wait,
My
perception?
rolls!
Perception.
18. I mean, I'm sorry, 16.
16.
9.
You can just see the choppy surf. There's a lot of just lingering bluey red blood in the water. So you can't really see a lot through it. It's kind of oily. You see that there is a couple of dark shapes under the water, and you see that one of the dark shapes is you understand the sea quite well, and looking up boats is a very big dark shape under the water. That's it. And they're easily keeping up with the boat. Which is probably doing, 15, 30 knots at this point, so it's probably...
Did we already throw the whole snake off?
Yeah.
Most of the snake is gone. There's still about 10 feet of the snake left.
Are we doing anything with the rest of the snake?
No, I'm done hacking. I'm tired of hacking.
Alright, we'll push this over. Somebody, watch and see what happens when we do
Sure.
so.
Can
All the
I
big
do
men
you need
to do.
already something? What are you seeing? I don't see anything. I just see
We see shapes, big shapes in the water. Don't know if it's a shark or another
Can you
snake.
tell
Or,
them to get the cannons ready? Because I don't want to, take
Man the
any
cannons
damage.
just in case.
yeah, let's do that. And then I tell Vala, can you have everyone get ready to prepare just in case we are being attacked by some type of animal sea serpent.
She said, yes, Captain, which side would you like us on, or just general?
General.
Okay, do be aware there is no cannon on the back of the boat. We cannot shoot it.
I understand that. I am the cannon on the back of the boat.
Got you.
Alright.
And then she heads below.
I'm so
I am the cannon on the back of the boat.
I like it.
That's not good, dude. What I'm gonna do that.
It's kind of cool.
It's kind of edgy.
It's kind of cool. It's
I got 120 feet. What you gonna do for today? Okay?
I got 120 feet too.
I know. So come help me out.
Oh my god.
Instead of talking
Great.
crap.
I'm
so
so
what do you
canny.
You want to
So-
roll up the rest of the...
Yeah, I'll tell the staff to ask the turtle. T-Time, can you both push the rest of the creature over the edge, and we'll stand in the back ready to shoot at anything
Yes.
that attacks.
Already firebolt while he readies.
Okay, roll a quick strength check with advantage.
I
Well,
have
it's
not
nothing.
been rolling well.
I
I mean, you've got a lot of strength.
scorching ray on
got
deck.
the biggest
18.
On the deck?
I have scorching deck ready.
Oh.
Oh, scorching deck. Or scorching
deck.
ray.
You're scorching deck.
Scorching deck. He's about to just set the ship on fire. Okay.
18.
18 total?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so you just the whole falls in the water and you see it floating away, and two of the two smaller shapes just start to go towards it and then waver back into line with the larger shape.
There's 3 of them, right? That we saw.
That you can see, yeah.
I think the serpents are following us.
Should we just fight?
I mean, they haven't attacked.
But they will.
How do we know? Maybe
How
they're
will
just
we?
chilling.
How
could
will
be
we
just
even
masked
fight
up.
this thing?
We can shoot from afar as best as we can for now.
Yes, you two can shoot.
I know, but it's better than not you three.
Wait, what if we
shoot
slow
from
down?
afar.
What happens if we slow
Why
down?
would we slow
Why
down?
would we do
I
that?
don't know.
We don't want any damage.
Well, if we keep going at the same speed, they're gonna keep up the same speed, so we might as well slow
Yeah,
down.
so we might as well pick them while they can.
Throw your octopus in there.
They are kind of.
The octopus are gone.
Yeah.
No, those the
They
initial
died from
ones.
suffocation.
I recall them.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I
You
mean, that's some
merciful.
kind of cruel. It's like, get back in here.
You just sat there watching them.
Yeah, just dying. I'm like, ugh. Nature do its thing.
All right, so I mean, the other way I could do, we could do full cells and
Okay.
shoot while they
We
come.
could try to outrun them. Wait, does anyone know? Can anyone else cast Gust?
No, I cannot.
Gust wouldn't be enough to like make a ship move.
No.
It's like a
It's
puff.
a cantrip, man.
It's not like
Yeah.
it's not control weather. It is an ability later on.
Which I won't.
Yeah, you probably need great wind or something.
I have gust of wind, and I
Wind
have
dance.
fog cloud, and I have a wall of water. Wait, there's serpents.
Sure.
All right, it's full cells,
Okay.
and I turn full cells.
Full sail, and then does it himself. And then he just sells it.
I throw a shadow in the water.
Wait.
The sails unfurl and the ship starts to really plow forward, and you see that the bow weight is starting to like up around it.
And I'm looking to see if they're staying with us or trailing off.
They're slowly trailing, but seeming to keep up at a slightly further distance.
Or further distance. Guessing. Sorry.
I mean, roll a quick perception check. Oh no, it'd be intelligence. Roll a quick intelligence.
That's my specialty. 4. Because I got a 5.
Far,
Yeah, okay.
you know. Far.
Okay. Should I take shots?
Did you want to do?
I throw
Don't
shadow.
you have disadvantage? 'cause
That's
you're
60 feet.
Through the water. I got 60
Wait.
feet too.
Throwing shadow where? Like onto the water, the top of the water?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. I can shoot something from this range.
We're 60 feet away.
I could try to use this dumbass wand again.
Listen, we don't need you to go mid.
You're right, I don't need no
Okay.
problems.
You can do it. You want to?
Blow up the ship this time. Let you just explode.
I'm very disappointed.
Fuck it. With the speed of a boat and how fast they going, if I know how to throw.
Roll an intelligence check.
Okay. 10.
You're not really sure.
I'm sorry.
You're just gonna have to just shoot it at the water and see if you can.
I'm gonna test by shooting Sacred Flame first.
far as
Is
that?
Sacred Flame at a target or at a point?
A creature that you can see within range.
Okay, so I would say based on your perception check, you can't really see it, so you couldn't aim Sacred Flame.
Since
Oh, then
I-
I wouldn't even throw a shadow if I can't see them.
They're telling you there's some stuff in the water. You can't see.
Yeah,
it.
then I'm not going to throw it out. If I
Alright,
can
this
see it,
question
I'll-
ready. At all 3 spots that I saw.
Okay, roll attacks with disadvantage, please. So shooting at the water.
Well,
Nope.
I can do the same since
One
I'm ready
completely
as well.
misses. It will be a 15.
Where's my pen? 15?
Yeah.
Which one was it at?
I mean, I don't know. I guess I didn't figure that out, so I guess.
Roll a
roll a d4 and 4 is big.
roll.
Yeah, you did. I just see 3 marks.
It's one of the small ones.
Okay.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And then let me see if I hit the last one. Just in case. Ooh, that's good. Fuck! 11. It was 15 and a 5.
Okay.
Fight.
So you hit one of the smaller targets. So
Alright.
damage.
Was it
Might be
2d10,
saying
right?
2 small ones. They got their mama. We killed the daddy. Ha!
The ones that ran?
That is
Yep.
true. They did get away.
Ooh, 11.
11.
And then we kind of gave them a trail.
Yeah. They got to see their parents again.
Peace, Papa.
Okay, let's just quickly roll initiative, please.
Jesus, y'all call us.
Y'all already had the thing killed. My guy didn't want to kill it, but y'all already had
I
it
didn't
killed.
want to kill you.
Yeah.
I sure did.
Like, what
Resources.
if he wasn't dead, he wouldn't be chopping him up like that. He dead now.
Well, Kai is the one who got
25
mad.
to 20.
Oh,
25
sorry.
to 20.
Go ahead. Yeah.
20 to 15.
16.
15 to 10.
11.
14.
11.
What'd you get? What'd you get, sir?
Put my armor back on.
10 to 5.
6.
7.
You said 5.
Said 6.
I said 7.
I said 6. Yeah.
Oh, you rolled a 5.
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh no, I got an 8 this time. I'm sorry. Earlier I had got a 5. I got 3 5s already in the beginning of the game.
Wow. Okay, Fantasia, what would you like to do?
Well, I already had Firebolt ready for him, so.
Okay, fire ahead, go ahead and fire. Oh, actually, you fired a Scorching Ray, right, Marco?
I sure did.
Yeah.
It's fire damage,
Yep.
so it doesn't do any damage, right? Or does it?
Half. Wait. Did it say immune or did it say? I think it said half. It's resistance. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's half.
Yeah.
Well, that first one didn't hit at all.
What did you roll?
That was a 14.
Which one are you shooting at?
The one of the little ones.
One that does hit.
Oh, cool.
Which did you roll disadvantage?
Oh, right.
Into water, yeah.
Yep. That's a 14.
Okay, roll damage.
Do we need the ship on the screen?
Yes. Actually, we do need the ship on the screen.
God damn it. It takes 5.
We need some shit on the screen.
Ship.
Some shit on the screen.
Lovely.
Let me show a better ship.
Should have had some.
Y'all have fun fighting these creatures because I just for the fucking watch. It's like,
Go on.
I got you.
Hey.
Thought a little bit further.
Damn, I thought the ship was
Okay,
big.
so yeah, place yourselves on the ship
It is.
Is the
where...
backside?
This the backside.
That's the back.
Yes.
I didn't have a better ship. I should just get a better ship.
No, you good?
Unbelievable.
Man, throw
What are y'all? Are y'all here or not?
No, I mean, I was actually with you guys. I was with you in
Where
Cincinnati.
you want to be?
just in the middle of the ship somewhere.
Guys, you can just as soon as it pokes its head
You don't
up,
want to look
just
over the edge and watch
overhead, overhead throw
with us
the
too.
axe.
Oh yeah, well you had to play. You want me to play?
No, she went down below with the
Okay.
Disappointing.
So she can reminisce.
the two.
Hey, Caius, ring the bell and tell everybody come and get ready to fight. Well, not everybody, but tell the archers.
Can hope everybody comes
To
up
come
this
up.
time.
I mean,
that's like one person.
Van is actually at the crow's nest, just
Yeah.
like knocked an arrow, just ready to fire at anything that
You got
comes
two.
out.
You got two bow and arrow wars.
Yeah, but last time we wanted help with the sirens.
Actually, let me quickly roll something for the
They was sleep.
Yikes. Okay, crew, you didn't do some good. So Fantasia, what were you doing? You did 5 damage. You said was that the reduced damage or the total damage?
No, the reduced damage would be, I
2.
guess, the lower number. Yeah, so 2.
Okay. Caius, what do you want to do?
I'll just go ring the bell.
Okay. You got it.
I'm used to it.
Okay. Cool.
And then
Tintin.
I just take a seat. I just take a seat.
Just
Pop the seat and that's just it.
Now I know where they are because they're shooting them, right? Now I can kind
Yeah,
of see
I'm
where they are.
assuming you put on your hold armor.
I already said that.
You said he gave him.
You remember I said I got naked?
Yeah, he was.
I remember the
very
getting naked
conversational.
part, then it went
Yeah.
fuzzy. You
Oh,
know?
yeah, no. I
He was
playing
imagining.
You just gotta run around in your chainmail.
Yeah.
Man, fuck it. Since I know where they are now, I'll throw a level 2 shatter.
Okay.
So I throw shatter. That's a con. So y'all 3 gotta do a con. What do you want to roll?
Oh, yeah. So you throw shatter into the water, and it shatters about like 30 feet away from them. They're further back, so because it's like 30 feet down or 25 feet down, and then along. So they're probably more than 60 feet away at this point. The shatter only has a 10-foot radius, so it's about 70 feet max distance. So you throw at max distance, it still doesn't really hit them.
Okay, I thought with the ship moving, momentum, and I throw it. You know,
Yeah, but it it explodes just ahead of them in the water, and the water just like fires up in the air, but nothing seems to get hit by it.
I'm about to sit with Caius.
Chenye, what do you do?
I'm going to just hold. How far are they away? 120 feet?
You don't really know. You can roll
Perception.
intelligence.
Intelligence.
Actually, you can roll perception if you'd like. You're
Can't
quite
be still
perceptive.
summoned.
24.
24. Yeah, you'd say they're probably about 100 feet away.
100 feet away. I'm gonna just hold a frostbite cast until they get within 60 feet.
That's right. He removed something to make it occupied.
Okay.
You're holding the frostbite cast. Okay, so the dark shapes go down into the water and disappear.
Alright. Which one of you took something that wasn't supposed to be taken?
What? Like
We were the
fucking snake?
three taking things.
I mean, we didn't take the snake.
We had it on the ship.
Yeah, I know.
Time saying, "Hey, we got
Give
it
it back.
back. We got it."
We gave it back in pieces.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying.
I mean, they could always just put it back together.
Kai's
I go
like,
down to skin.
It's like some kids then. He's alive.
I mean, with
I
enough
say,
super glue and
be careful being in the
Okay.
center of the ship.
All
Okay,
honesty,
so
we
just-
need 2 people to take a rest at a time.
Yeah, so
Only
realistically speaking, you are now out of combat again. Just wanted to make sure and see what you were going to do.
Just
And Fantasia,
yes, that's me.
Azul,
Yes.
I don't know which one of y'all want this.
What do you see?
Let me check it out. I'll tell Azul about it.
I highly doubt that one, Fantasia.
Wait, is this something you have to be attuned to?
They'll tell you on the card.
Okay.
But anyway.
No, well, yeah, I can just tell him what it is.
Okay, so it's like what sort of time is it? It's probably like late afternoon at this point. You've been sailing, so it's starting to get towards evening. And you've probably been sailing for about like another 6. You're probably about 6-7 hours sailing that you've been doing now. So you're about a little over a day away from your target location.
Hey.
This music's a little intense.
For this moment. Come on, DJ.
Yeah, so what
Hey,
would
I
you-
have to
what would
find
you-
royalty-free stuff now. I'm sorry. It's hard.
What would you guys like to do?
I
So
said,
you handed the elven chain
Yeah,
over to
so-
Fantasia.
I'm about to. So, you know, after looking at it for a while, this looks to be some elven chain. I don't know if you'd be into that, Azul, but
It wouldn't change.
yeah.
okay, while y'all are talking about that, I think I should take a nap, and anybody else that cannot shoot far should take naps with somebody that can shoot far. So therefore, you should be up with
I was going to be up. I was going to take
Caius or me,
Either way.
and then the lady up there.
I mean, the guy.
The guy, Vaughn.
Vaughn
That's the
should
silent
stay up, and the lady down low should stay up with somebody else. So if somebody can shoot far, you watching the water.
You talking about Rock? Rock.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So I think that's how it should be. So I didn't stay up with somebody that can shoot far. He didn't stay up with somebody that can shoot far. You know, kind of work this thing out a little bit.
Or we can have 2 people with medium range too.
Okay, so who's taking first?
I am taking first. I do not
First
care
watch.
who's me.
Caius will take first watch.
This should be interesting.
It's finally happening.
I say, if you need anything, just holler in case.
Can y'all take the first sleep?
Yeah, we can take the first sleep if you guys want to nap. Me
I don't
and Fantasia
see
can
it.
handle it.
I mean,
No. Can y'all sleep? Go to sleep.
Oh, you said go to sleep. I thought you said go to sleep.
like,
First, go to sleep first. Wait, hold on.
yeah.
Can we discuss this as a group?
I mean, since we're standing in a group.
We're here on the deck.
Yeah.
I'm listening to your first mates.
If y'all take a nap and are up next, please Don't do anything that Azul wouldn't do.
If anything happens, ring the bell.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't try to fix it yourself.
But what if I can fix it myself?
What if it's pirates? And you know, Azul says just attack pirates.
Ring the bell.
He'll
Wait,
ring the
so
bell,
okay,
and then I'll attack the pirates.
If I can fix
am
it,
fine with
do I
that.
fix it
After
and
you
then
ring
ring
the
the
bell.
bell, or do I ring the bell and then fix it?
No, you ring the bell and then fix it.
Okay.
Okay, no, I'm going to sleep with them.
Okay.
Oh.
So wait.
Okay.
I thought the Fantasia liked Kairos.
I thought I what?
Yeah, Fantasia, go ahead. You take the first watch.
Wait,
You
what?
and go sleep.
Wait, what?
Them three can stay up.
Wait, what's happening here?
Oh!
Okay. I see what's happening here. I have to play.
You can go to bed.
I
You can
know.
take a shift with Ravada.
Are you
Sure. We'll do that again.
Then I'm going to have to take a shift with Revive.
No, you
No,
take a
you
shift
take it
with
with
Chin.
Chinye.
Me.
He knows.
And Vaughn.
That's fine.
Sure.
Vaughn doesn't talk a lot, so.
Vaughn doesn't talk at all.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to sleep now.
Alright, I go to sleep too. I'm like,
Okay, so the first watch is Kaya's Azul.
Yes.
Okay?
you I thought guys is doing Fantasia. We're doing it. You know,
Tensa just he told me to stay out of it, so if something happens, ain't there to stop it. I know what he was trying to do.
Yeah, I was about to stay up, but I was like, we leaving them too.
You suggested first.
My guy's like, he was thinking like the first captain. If I'm the first captain, the captain needs to be.
You ain't gotta explain yourself.
Yeah, we know what you were trying to do, but
Let the story go.
Let the story go.
The groups go to their beds, and Azul and Kaya are up on the ship, keeping watch.
So I am near the back still. I guess everybody can move their pieces, but I'm still. What is it? I'm near the back of the boat. He's smoking some fire.
Simon, can the dog be on right next to me?
Yeah, you can get the dog.
Sure. Yeah, I'll bring them
Oh,
up
you
to
jumping
have a
now.
watch. I'll come back and stay with you. I just want to get the dog first.
I said, no, you jumping me. Yes. No.
Said the dog.
that's true. Levitate with a word. But it's
So
blue.
I'm only back with Blythe. Blythe?
Bloody.
And I'm just smoking Blythe. You want one?
Fuck yeah, give it.
You know, I'm just puffing switch.
Goes well with this whiskey. Whiskey. I don't know, whatever.
I love this air.
Yeah, it's fresh.
Blythe, where you come from, man?
I don't know, originally came from Marquette.
Marquette.
Uh,
I heard the Marquette. I never actually went.
It's a great
You dropped a
place.
lot of things off.
It's a great place, but I should go back.
Yeah.
Because I should go back. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, no.
But beautiful, beautiful place. The city of Marquette. Biggest city you ever seen.
Fair enough. You haven't seen an island, though. That's the defense.
You got an island.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
Family, I
Nice.
said nice.
Use it for smuggling or something like that.
No. We make sure, we make tourist stops for people. And plus, we do a lot of merchant sales with the fishing that we have there, as well as just a great station for the Proteus God.
Proteus God. Good bunch. Thought about signing up myself, but the man said something about we don't take cunts. I don't know. Whatever. It was a dick.
He did lie because there's a lot of assholes on our ships and it's fun. Good times.
Yeah, well, now just make my money, driving ships around and it's pretty good. Haven't been killed yet, can't complain.
While I'm talking to him, I'm also looking behind us to see if I see anything.
Roll a perception check with disadvantage. It's dark. Or getting dark.
Come on. Okay. 18.
18? You don't see anything.
Yeah.
You can definitely see you definitely see some crests of water, a couple of dolphins jumping. Nothing particular in the water.
Cool. Do you come up, Ari?
Oh yeah. Kaius comes back up with the dog.
The dog is just like coming up beside you, and I mean it already comes up to like your like the top of your knee, even though it's still a pup, and you're a tall person, so you know this dog's gonna be big when it grows up. And it's just kind of like as it gets into the top of the boat, it's like starts like quickly like portaling around on the ship and like looking at the side.
Having fun there, Rook.
It's just like looking at you.
Is that what you named him now?
Yes, I call him Rook.
Is there a reasoning behind that name, or just cause?
Yes, I actually used to have a dog back then, and his name was Rook as well, but he got killed.
Understood.
Rook the second.
Rook 2.
Is he here? I don't even know what to do. Chaos.
I will say one thing. Go ahead and get this off my chest.
Sexual tension.
About our incident before, we arrived here, it's like you tried to provoke me to attack you.
At which point?
And with the point we were in front of the whole entire crew, and you came up to me and saying, "Oh, I'll destroy you," and blah, 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 blah. I don't know anything else you said, because honestly, I wanted to decapitate you right then and there. I'm just being honest, because you singled me out and disrespected me in front of everyone.
It was after you disrespected me.
How did I disrespect you?
You out loud said that you are not intimidating when I wasn't even talking directly.
That's
to
what
you.
you were trying to do. I don't know if you notice it from your actions, but this captain thing is getting to your head.
It's not the captain thing. It is your story.
Yes, my story. That I have a background, but have I done anything, and I mean anything, that shows you that I'm reverting back to what I've been doing?
Chaos, we only know each other for less than 2 weeks.
Yes.
I do not know of you actually here, and I wanted to make it clear that I will not accept it. If you are not doing that, then we have no problems. But I do not take lightly of those who tell killing little innocent kids and random people for no reason and thinks it's a joke and still is funny today. Is a thing that I could be okay with. It goes against a lot of things that I think about as why would you take away someone's life that cannot defend themselves?
It's just how I was raised.
But it should not be funny if you are trying to actually be a good person now. That is my problem.
I'm trying to be a good person, but you don't understand. Back then, I lived basically all of my life murdering and slaughtering people amongst my clan, and we made jokes about it.
Understood,
I come from a very dark background, and I'm trying to change. That's why I don't attack people anymore or anything like that. Hell, I even got attacked by Lincoln. But did I try to kill her? No, I didn't. I disarmed her because I'm trying to change.
Well,
I'm trying to have this group's back and everything like that. So I'm trying. All right. I understand in my background and what I did. I apologize. I shouldn't have made those jokes because I understand what the rest of y'all stand for.
Understood, Chaos. Look, I did not have any beef or quarrel with you originally. Your story threw me off again with the last part. I understand those who have killed and redeemed themselves. Shit, I'm sure my father and uncle has picked up a few of those on our boat as well. But when we were discussing this, it didn't seem like you were trying to redeem yourself at all. It made it seem more so that you are only using us and everyone else at the moment just to get back at the one who put the ritual on you. And for no reason, I do not understand why you want to attack him if you do not feel any regret for any of the things that happened in the past. That is the thing that threw me off there. I understand killing. I have been born and raised in killing. Even though we feel our right is for the righteous and to fight those who cannot protect themselves. But we do kill, and we understand that. I have been born and raised in the same situation. But I do not go and kill out those babies and women and older folks and stuff like that. I just don't know. That threw me
That's
off.
their pirate babies.
They got patches on.
Sorry,
No, you good. Kaya,
It's just my Halloween costume, sir.
Kaya, you have to understand how I see here. We only know each other for 2 weeks. During the first week that we known each other, you attacked us.
That was not me. That was not me.
But you have to understand. How do I understand that? How do I know that? I felt in my heart that it was the weapon. That's why I got rid of it. But I was not sure if that is also, after your story, you reverting back to something that you were primal to in the past.
We'll take it this way. You took away the weapon. What changed? Did I attack y'all when I raged anymore?
No, you have not.
Exactly.
But again, it's only been 2 weeks. So I'm just being aware. In these seas, in this life, there are so many snakes. And there are so many people there to stab you in your back. And you have to be careful. We've run through many a multiple of conspiracies where we have some people from pirate groups try to join the Proteus god in order to capsize it from within. So I am just unaware and on edge. I feel, and to be honest with you, the only reason why I didn't attack you during your story is because I feel that you are truly trying to change. But I had to make sure that you understand if you aren't. I will have to.
We can come to blows. I understand, and I respect you for that. However, no, the background of mine. The only thing that I do want to do is hunt him down and kill him, not for the sole reason of him killing my parents, is because he will. I guarantee you, he will pursue me again. These runes, they cannot be recopied or redone on anyone else's body but mine. He will come after me, but he knows he's gonna have to build a force to come and get me.
Understood. Well, if that's the case.
And I hope that if they do come after me, I can count on you all to have my back.
If you are redeeming yourself and you are working hard to be a better person, Kayas,
I am.
we will do everything we can to help.
Cause trust me,
We talking flat.
this sorcerer is he is a very, very bad person.
What I would like to tell you then, for this wizard that saved you, do not let his death be in vain.
Oh, it will not. That's why I have the charm around my neck. I took it from him as he passed away.
I don't know why that sounds so bad.
Not my job. One thing that can save me. Find out.
Bring your shit. Kayas, you're being a great warrior. And I'm here to support you if you haven't noticed as well. I just want to make sure you are on our team. That is all.
Yes. And I am. And I can thank Tintin for turning me over to a new god that can hopefully help me keep the other creature, the other demon submerged.
It is a beautiful conversation going on.
Inside of Fantasia's just there.
Oh, no, don't worry. Alright, well, again, I will be honest, I am very conflicted, but do hope and do appreciate all of your help in helping my uncle out here. He does not go unseen. So, I appreciate everyone's help.
You're a no.
Kai's just reaches out to try to shake Azul's hand.
Yep, he does the same.
You did it.
Oh,
You did both.
The brother
The warrior shake.
Oh,
I like it.
warrior shake.
Cool. So yeah, the scene fades out.
Oh,
You go in for the kidnap.
yeah.
But,
Warrior shake and just
inspiration
pull them
question,
in.
that was super good.
Oh.
So inspiration.
We'll
Um, Yeah, so actually, just the two of you roll a quick perception check for the
There's no other one now.
You can if you would like, but if you
Yeah,
can
but
see
y'all
anything,
made
so
that.
would you like to roll again?
No.
I'll see the roll again to make sure you don't see that now.
It's not gonna be
You
low.
can
watch.
roll higher.
It's not gonna be.
15.
16.
Great. Yeah. The evening passes. At least the 4 or 5 hours you guys are up passes fairly normally over time. So yeah.
Cool.
So the next group of you get aroused to take watch. Who is the next group?
Fantasia and old girl.
Okay.
Right.
Fantasia and Ravaga.
Sadly brainwashed.
Ravaga is like sitting at in the middle of the ship, like just carving the tooth into a shape. What would you like to do?
So, how does it feel to be holding the tooth of the creature that took away 2 full crews from you?
She says, it feels better. I can't wait to get back to land, though. I'm not made for the sea anymore.
Like I said, I'm sure it was hard being back out here, but we gave you our word that we would protect you and keep you safe out here, and so what happened? You made it back and got a souvenir from the monster.
Yes, its closure is pleasantly enlightening. I will be able to go back to my life feeling that there is no untied ties, though to some extent I owe the snake a gratitude for killing my disgusting father. But good to have made the seas a little safer today.
That is great. I don't know about disgusting, but I wouldn't thank myself for killing my father. But I don't know how yours was. You just said he was a dirty pirate. So what is the difference between a thieves guild and a pirate anyway?
I wouldn't know. Just know about pirates, really. Well, the time I spent there.
What is Gagalogfi? Gagalala? Lady Gaga. What did she have you do there exactly?
She's a great boss, a performer, fantastic comedian. I run errands for the theater.
So she doesn't actually have you do any of the stealing.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no stealing.
You can stop pretending. We know what the theater of bronze is. That's the whole reason that we met.
I don't know what you're talking about. You can roll a. What are you trying to do? You trying to persuade her to tell you, or are you trying to intimidate her?
I'm trying to persuade her to tell me.
Okay, roll a quick persuasion check.
Watch it be terrible. Handy 4.
4?
24.
24. Okay.
Yeah.
She's like,
Well, after the
she's like, look, what Gogolofi does is something you should bring up to her. But as you can see, we have other talents at the theatre. I myself am very proficient in, have a very keen eye, and very quick. And she just hands you your coin pouch back.
Thought I dropped that. Wait, I did. Huh. I like that. I'm
Just pick it up with Gogolofi if you're interested. we're always looking for new actors in the theatre.
I can understand that. I've just tried to tone down on my ways of stealing. Mainly because I used to do it back in the day, and what I'm not proud of. And because it didn't go so well when I tried it. And landed me and the rest of our crew in a situation they would have not been in.
Yes. That was, I can't wait to hear the whole story, but something about a women's restroom, and either way, I would say, I mean, stealing is a quite a noble life, honestly speaking. We only steal what is needed, and we support those who maybe are downtrodden and under supported in the city. I myself prefer to steal from those that can afford to lose a coin or two. Not that we don't liberate other coins from other groups, but personally I am not such a fan of those. I much prefer to be the lady thief, as it were.
I do know what you speak of. I had a friend. We did that back in the day. We would steal from the rich, the greedy, the corrupt, and give to those who want it, and save those for ourselves. Dirty tax evasionists.
Sounds like a good friend.
She was. I just can't remember her well. That's the weird thing about it.
Maybe your travels will jog your memory.
Could be. I know until Azul really got me to get over my fear of bagpipes and be more irritated by them, I would feel, I don't know. I would remember the day back to KR being destroyed, but it's not quite the way that I recall telling everyone about it. But when I got over my fear of bagpipes, that changed, so.
She says, I have some experience with troubled pasts, and it seems that you may need to do some soul searching in the coming months. Maybe expose yourself to more bagpipes. It might help jog your memory.
Bagpipes and pan flutes. I do believe there was a man actually in the city we're going back to. I feel very bad as I ripped his bagpipes, and I actually wanted to find them again so I could fix them if he didn't buy a new one by now.
Well, I hope that you find him. I'm sure that he will be very happy to receive bagpipes from a great musician such as yourself. I've noticed this lute you carry is exquisitely beautiful.
Yeah, it's one of the few things to survive KR, actually. It's been with me a while. I actually performed with it at a theater before I came back here. Speaking of that theater, do you know of any Warforge? Have you ever heard of it?
You mean the creature? The creatures, or?
Yes, they're
I
a type
believe
of.
some of our patrons have them as bodyguards sometimes, but I have not seen one myself. I believe there is a couple of the lords and ladies of the palace quarter that use them from time to time.
I will need to see if they have any. Because for some reason, that also sticks to my mind. So I will go to the palace and search for one.
It seems you are recalling more and more. Maybe these companions of yours are good for your memory.
They are. Even though one is a raging, angry, drug-addicted sexist.
Oh yes, I'm glad that I didn't get put on watch with him.
It would have been dangerous for you.
Disgusting.
His hatred of pirates is so cruel.
Yes, he was. Even though I also have a hatred of pirates, I was surprised that he was so mean.
Exactly.
I mean, a thief is a thief.
You did say you hated your father and the way he lived.
Well,
he didn't hear that.
I didn't quite say that as such.
Oh.
Maybe I should have made it clearer that my father is not someone that I admire in any way. In fact, he was basically my slave owner. I was his slave for many years.
That's
My mother, on the other hand, was a wonderful woman until she died at his hands.
domestic violence. It's serious business.
Yes, I'm glad that the womanizer did not come near me, or I would have put him on his, they say, his ass very quickly.
Speaking of that, I'm very
His
surprised.
ass?
No! Oh God, no! Ew! I don't want to think about that blue booty and hairy and smells of fire. I was more thinking that I'm surprised we didn't hear a commotion earlier. He was alone with Caius. Or maybe Caius killed him quickly and threw the body overboard. Who knows? So
Well, they did wake us up, so I think they're probably neither of them are dead.
Well, Caius woke me up, so I
See.
I didn't know.
There's no knocked on my door, so
Oh.
he is okay. But we maybe should just make a quick scan of the perimeter.
True, and I'm glad you're okay since you knocked on Azul's door. That was very brave.
Well, I didn't. I just waited for him to leave before I opened it. Okay,
That was a 19. That was a 19.
a 90?
Yes.
Okay, Navarga roll. Oof, she didn't roll so good. She rolled a 10.
I'm talking about that king.
Oh, good. Yeah.
The only person having
The rest of the evening passes fairly uneventfully, but I will also give you a inspiration for that. It was good storytelling, inadvertently through an NPC. So yeah, your shift passes, and you quickly go down to arouse the other two.
Imagine you naked, rubbing all over you. He said arouse them. She's trying her best.
Say you are woken like strangely aroused.
Her tail just being aroused.
You just rubbing on his neck.
I take my staff and I smack Fantasia on the face. If you ever say that to me again, I swear to God, Fantasia, I will fucking have centipedes crawling up your ass at night.
What if I find that attractive?
Oh, no.
I walk away.
That's how you win that. I'll go to sleep then.
Okay, yeah. So you two head up onto deck. Val is up currently steering the ship because Blythe is gone to bed. Val's just keeping it straight. So
I look at Val and I'm like, oh, Val?
Val, the female
I
elf.
think I'll go Val. I just do like a thumbs up.
She just
Okay.
continues to steer, looking ahead.
Alright.
I mean, that thing, she's not really steering, she's
She's
just
just
doing
holding,
this.
yeah.
There's no movement of the ship whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because you have to be like,
I go to bed.
she's like,
How you doing?
Vice Captain?
Would you like a drink?
I do not drink.
Yes, ma'am. So, how's your travels been?
Well, this is one of the more interesting groups I've been with recently. I can't say I'm enjoying it, actually. The bickering is entertaining. My brother even seems to like you all, which is unusual, I would say.
We are a disorganized family.
Disorganized is a very polite word.
Yeah. Well, we getting things together, you know? The captain is the captain.
He makes fun, but I sense he actually knows what he's doing, oddly enough.
I feel he
Even
does.
though I would say he is a bit of a buffoon sometimes.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He just likes to be high. Personality matches.
I think he has good intentions. So.
I do too. I want to see how he is without it at all.
Without what?
Fine.
5? We can take it away from him.
You want y'all to steal it tonight?
Hell no, not tonight.
Okay. I just want to see how he is without it.
Probably cranky. You know what a Kai's doesn't.
Grumzul.
Yeah.
Grumzul.
Grumzul.
So what really happened
What do you mean really happened?
at the Bronze?
At the Browns Theater?
Yeah.
You took that drink. One moment. I'll take that drink.
Here you go.
Should I take a sip from the flask?
So,
The crew have been talking about this. I actually didn't believe it, but
we got ourselves into a predicament.
Yes.
A pickle.
Pickle.
A little bit bigger than pickle.
Okay, pickle jar.
like a pickle cucumber.
Pickle barrel.
Okay.
And I was surprised because originally I was like going there just to check it out, right? I'm a man that respects the arts, the theater, right? However, I'm also a man that's cheap that doesn't like to spend money. So, you know, we got creative, right? Originally we were going to just buy our tickets, but, you know, things just didn't pan out. And we were like, okay, we're going to put out a little show. Try to get some people's attention and make a buck or two, right? Then I caught one of those little weasels trying to steal. Nearly broke the goddamn girl's hand off. She's lucky. But anyway, after that, we tried to like, relieve some people of their money. Put it politely.
So you try to steal some money.
Borrow without returning is probably a better way to phrase it. So, yeah, we started and then we got kind of caught, not really caught, but some guy was like, come with me if you want to live, right? And he looked at me in Fantasia. You know when someone gives you like the look and you're like, I should probably listen to what they say if I don't want to die, right? Look, we're in an area I'm not familiar with. Fantasia is borderline psycho, and I'm like, well, what are my chances?
He is straight psycho.
What are my best chances of survival? So my instinct was like, alright, I should just follow him. My gut was telling me I should just fucking book it, but I'm like, I guess we'll see where it goes. 'Cause I was thinking they would like, some guys just see us and they're like, hey, you better stop it kind of thing before you get, And little before you know, we're in the bottom of a fucking basement talking to.
Pause. Already in this story, I'm kind of irritated. I want to let you finish. I'm not gonna cut you off anymore.
I'll kind of speed it up a little bit.
No. It's fine. Your pace is fine.
Okay.
Why didn't y'all just perform on the street?
We were doing that. So the plan was originally that I was gonna turn into a giant ape, and we were gonna create some barrels, and I was gonna smash them, and I was gonna bet people, be like, "Hey, I bet how much you will bet I can smash this barrel in like one hit, right?" Because scoring a guy like me normally, right, wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, I can barely lift the barrel by myself, right? Let alone smash it. But when I go ape, I go bananas, bah! Exploded, right? And I relieve the person away. So I'm not stealing. I'm just.
No, but why didn't Fantasia just play?
Fantasia's stupid, okay?
Well, both of y'all are.
Look, the music got to her head, and I'm like, look.
Just continue.
Oh, listen, Tintin, why did you take a right step instead of a left step?
Can you just finish?
I was trying, it was making sense. All right, anyway. So then we get like brought into this like room where I was really uncomfortable. Borderline.
Normally I tell you to abridge the story, but it's funnier just listening to you. It's like,
We're going.
Good.
Borderline pissed myself in that room. The small little woman was very intimidating, a little bit scary. The person behind her was scarier though. The big dude, the guy that manhandled us.
Okay.
Very rudely. And they're like, hey.
Politely, man.
So they're like, what are you doing here? And I panicked and I didn't say very much. But Fantasia with her loud ass mouth was like, we're here to become a part of the crew. Like basically saying she wants to join something. I'm like, wait, whoa, I didn't sign up for this. Okay. But, so then she's like, you gotta make this lady laugh, the comedian. And we're like, okay, we'll devise a plan.
So this is where the nicknames came in.
Yes, this is where the nicknames came in. Sort of. So we go to the main theater and we try to make her laugh. I messed up. Sorry. Let me back up. I fucked up. And I got caught. Because the idea was I would turn into an owl or a bird, fly in, take a shit on one of the people in the crowd, make the comedian and everyone put their attention to it, and me as a bird, right? And then Fantasia was supposed to yell hideous laughter, right, at her. But that was a lot harder than we expected. And then I panicked. I panicked, okay? The pressure got to me. I was in an area I wasn't familiar with. There was a lot of people. And then next thing you know, I'm in the women's bathroom.
What?
Oh. But I was a woman at first.
I was like, what? Okay.
That's for your shabak.
An owl was in the woman's bathroom?
Yeah.
Yeah. I originally was a woman, and then I went into the stall, and I came out as a man, but then I realized I shouldn't be a man, and then I went back in the stall, and then I panicked, and I just ran out of the stall. Mm-hmm. And then I got some orc lady just got...
So, the cruise version was not as entertaining.
I didn't know all this.
Mm-hmm.
Go to you.
And then...
It's way funnier coming from him than the torso.
I need some fire. I need some fire.
And then you saw me get dragged through the theater.
Yeah. Oh, that's the part I came in at.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Was he a woman or a man when you came in?
A man.
Got it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened. And
The druidic arts.
yeah,
are just fantastic, don't you think?
Yeah. Two things they messed up on. Could have just performed outside. Could have just performed
I don't
outside.
entirely know how a bird shitting on someone's head in a crowd happens all the time.
Yeah, it's true.
Is it an open air theatre?
No.
No. Okay, so maybe a little more funny there. Interesting.
listen. That is behind us right now. We have a.
Do you mind if I circulate the story?
Sure. I mean, it's only the truth. But could you soften up the insults I heard?
I will just use different names. I'll just say a friend of mine, someone I know.
Okay, but can you soften up when I meant Fantasia being like psychopath, maybe like crazy, and maybe being a bitch, kind of like a Gundam.
I'll just say they were men.
Okay, so
people will just understand that they're crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, so
We're all crazy.
since we're on Fantasia, I have a question.
Hello.
Have you had, in the years that you have been alive, seen anybody that lost their memory and feels like something happened in general, like something tragic happened, but it wasn't them, but they felt like it was them?
I once, yes, actually, because I wrote natural 20. I once had a friend of mine who, he made a big mistake in his life, and he once sought out a powerful spellcaster who was able to adjust the memory in his mind to help him move on with his life. It is quite possible to believe one thing very vividly and have had that altered through either magical means or potentially even severe emotional distress.
Have you ever heard of a changeling by any chance?
I do believe that changeling are some sort of fiendish creature that may take the form of another. That's the name change.
When Fantasia told us her story,
So,
kind of rang a bell.
do you think a wizard can recover memories for that individual?
Potentially one powerful
Take care.
enough may be able to dispel this effect upon him.
I appreciate
I
that.
do not personally know someone of this power. In here, I believe there is a number of mage and mages that dwell within Marquette who may be able to help at a fee, potentially.
I have a thing, Chinye. Do not tell Fantasia about this shit. Let's talk to the Golana, that lady. Let us go do this. Let's offer her some snake skin. Just some of it. And say, but she has to give us something in return.
Wait, the lady we met at the theater?
Yes. We need her.
I want to say clear that theater after.
Well, I need her to help us out with finding a wizard that can clear her mind.
Maybe we should probably talk to someone from the High Council. I don't know. I don't even know. It's a lot. We gotta deal with Azul's uncle. We gotta deal with Fantasia. Caius, I don't know. At this point, I'm just like, well, if he kills me, he kills me.
He is with Cord. Cord did not allow killing. Cord is a god of power, yes, fighting, yes, but not for nonsense and just clarity.
No.
They do it for the righteous.
Got it.
It's not just to fight and kill. So you don't have to worry about. I believe Caius is fighting demons inside of him and going
We
through
all
things.
we
Yes.
all- yeah.
Yes.
So some more than others. I'm fighting the urge to eat.
Let's survey the ship.
Yeah, let's try.
Okay, so yeah, you guys, during your discussion, you were pacing the ship,
Yeah.
investigating, so please roll perception check.
I think it's +5, so I got to. Yeah. 22.
20. You said perception, right? 24.
24? Yeah, during the night, you do notice, both of you actually notice that you see some shapes in the water during the evening, far away from the boat in the moonlight. You see at one point a huge, you initially think that it's like a rock outcrop, but you notice that it is following along with the boat in like the distance, a huge fin, like gigantic fin, and then a tail fin, and then it just goes under the water again. You keep an eye out and you watch out, the whole night passes and nothing happens, but you do seem to notice that something was definitely at least tracking the ship during the night.
Right, I let Tintin know that.
Tintin definitely saw some shapes in the water also. You both look very observant.
Oh, okay.
The moon is full. It's a very cloudless night, so you can see very easily across. And you just point out, and you both see this like giant fin sticking, coming out of the water and then under again. But it's a good like 300-400 feet away from the boat. Goes under and doesn't seem to resurface.
So we wake everyone after their rest.
We fix it ourselves.
No, we don't fix anything.
Yes.
No.
Come on, dude.
What are you gonna do?
You got
You gonna jump in the water?
Yeah.
No, I'm
I
not.
mean, look, we'll tie a rope around my waist, and then we'll tie a rope around
Okay,
your
listen.
waist, and then
I'll
we'll
tell
go
you. I
jump.
tell you the truth. I had the idea to go in the water, try to say, hey, we're not here to fight, try to get them to go away. After I just saw that fin, that was like he swallowed me. I'm not jumping in the water. That motherfucker can stay in the water.
Yeah, you don't have a good track record.
No,
sticking your head into water.
I used to love water until for some reason when I got with y'all, it just I don't know, coin flip.
I'm the same way with sanity, dude.
And usually I'll say,
Honestly,
you know,
sanity.
Usually I like to follow the ways. The ways say do this, do that. Now, y'all just, I don't know what y'all did with it. I can't follow it anymore.
100% Fantasia curse, dude. 100%. I'm telling you, right now. That or like, I don't know, some bad voodoo, juju, something, you know. The group's cursed.
We're not doing anything.
We're not.
And as you've been discussing this for a couple of hours, the sun starts to slightly peek out, and the rest of you start to
You got a full rest?
rouse awake, and you will receive a full rest.
Give me the full rest.
And Lena, as you guys are discussing this on the front of the ship, looking out, you smell this like smell of like bacon and cooked vegetables, and she brings out like a large baked potato with like a vegetable like stuffing for you, with mushrooms and like a nice sort of like a gravy sauce made out of like mushrooms and carrots
sauce?
to you. It brings out like a large like platter of bacon and like a fried like slivers of like dried snake meat for you. And she heads down to you guys, hands you guys all breakfast, knocks on your doors, and you guys wake up to a delicious breakfast and head out onto the ship. You guys are just sort of like setting up and like eating your breakfast, and Ned just like bursts out the like small hut at the end of the ship that he's been working in. He's like, and he's just like bags under his eyes. He's screaming. He's like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
What are you? Oh, sorry, I'm super.
I mean, we're all.
What do you got going on over here?
And he like ushers you all into this tiny little like small building that's at the front of the ship. Or actually, it's probably at the back of the ship.
Very roomy.
Down into the aft of the ship, and there's this small workshop there. And he's like, so yes, to take some time. I apologize if I was working with this type of wood is different. Yes, different. But well, let me show you. And he like takes out this wrapped thing and like unwraps it and presents it to you, and it's this like pure white, like almost like a pole, with a very carefully crafted like wooden spool and reel on one side, and just sort of like affixed to the end of the rod is like a beautiful like pure clear like a lure with a wicked looking like quite small hook on the end of it, and he's like, not really sure what you do with it, but I owe this to you, so
you made something you don't even know what it does?
no.
I mean, he did say it was just in his head.
No idea. Never
Wait, I never heard that. What is he?
Wait,
it's got a lot of weight to it. It's heavy, like much heavier than when you gave him the branch, but it's no problem for you really to hold it. He's like, I have tested this, and well, so far there's nothing that I've been able to put pressure on it that has even remotely tested its tension. It should be able to. I mean, I don't know what it could do. It could take tons and tons. Honestly speaking.
If we use it.
Cheers. Did y'all see anything?
Yes, I was just about to tell you that
So,
Do you want to test it out?
No.
yes.
Why not?
No.
Why
We'll
not?
put some meat on it.
No.
Why?
What we saw was a big ass thing.
We
Bigger
did
than
see a
me.
big ass thing, but
No.
we can fix it.
No.
That's Tintin would say.
No.
That's gonna be.
Leave whatever's in that water following us.
But he's
alone.
following us, so guess
Get
what's
to
going to
the
happen?
island. Get to the island where everybody can help. I'm not about to fight that thing
It's
alone.
okay.
It can
No,
also
I
tear
can-
up
I
other
can-
people's ships.
Yeah, I can
That's
cast
how
walk
people
water.
shoot.
Look, we can slow down, right? Because these things will probably slow down then, right? I'll cast walk on water on the whole group. We can all fight on the water. Easy peasy.
No.
Easy peasy.
Okay.
I mean,
I know you don't.
Yes, we'll cast walk on water while this creature just stays below us and comes up and swallows all of us whole.
No!
Okay, you won't be able to bring us under it.
Now, it all makes sense how both of these two people just get in shit.
Hey, hold on.
You said two.
Oh.
If you want to put yourself in there, you can.
Oh.
Whoa.
Hey, I was merely tossing out an idea.
Doesn't think.
I think. I don't know where I was going with it.
I believe you have a point.
Well,
Do
look.
you have any better ideas?
Well, the only reason why I say that is because if these Ron does something special, I don't know. But if you did, I can take shots at it if you're holding me down.
If this don't break, and if I don't get pulled in the water when it pulls in, and if that's too many ifs. That's way too many ifs.
Look, like I said, I think we bring it back to the island, and I mean, it's not like people are going to be like, "Oh, you brought the creature over to us."
I mean,
They won't know that we're being followed by that creature.
Oh my God.
Everybody just jumps it.
Can we not bring it by my humble ship at least?
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
right. That's
We'll
what
bring
we're
it
doing.
by your
Yes.
ship, and then your uncle can fight it with us.
They just went
no,
through
Put
a war.
No, he is absolutely right.
They just had a war recently. You really think they want to see another
It's been
giant
3
creature?
days. They got plenty of time.
Well, maybe that creature will be intimidated by the massive ship.
Okay, so we can sail
Massive.
close to cord. Keep sailing, but you can see cord from the bottom. You point and say, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what you're gonna tell them. They're gonna say, get ready, there's some big shit following us. We're gonna need some backup. We're gonna swing around here.
I have to know who I'm talking to. And it cannot go through too much concrete or stone
I know that's why we'll be at an angle.
with a big ass wall.
Man, I don't know. I just don't look like this thing alone.
Wait. I have
Coming up with an idea is harder than it sounds. Everyone's
Just
got
like
ideas.
Ned says,
a familiar idea.
yes, I mean, if you may, I would like to name it the Wild Tree.
Hey, we ain't talking about that right now.
The wild
I'm sorry.
Wild Tree.
The wild tree? Can I
Wild
respect
Tree
that?
Rod. This is the name.
I like it.
I'm
I'm
I
fan.
believe, well, I don't really know what it does at this point, but it should. I mean, it's
Can I-
the
can I
best
hold on to it?
fishing
No,
rod
I'm already
I've
holding it. I'm
ever.
already holding it.
Oh, can I hold it?
No.
Why not?
No.
I'm not going
No.
anywhere.
Alright.
Okay,
hold it now?
no. When we get close to the island, closer, I will throw the fishing rod in there and see what it does.
But
So if anybody see this big thing away from the other ship, see this big thing jump out, at least somebody be alert and hopefully they help us fight.
You want to summon some creatures?
Wait, can't we move
I mean,
like?
I can.
Doesn't the Temple of Cord have that huge lightning rod? I mean, that's what me and Shay were scared
It
was
stops
gonna
things from
murder
going
us.
up the wall, I remember, right?
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
couldn't we just redirect it and then be like,
No.
boom, and have it shock the water? You know, just be like, Cord.
Yes, because
right
we're
here.
all strong enough to grab a bolt of lightning.
I
Don't
didn't.
call.
I'm
Challenge.
saying the rod. We get the giant rod.
No.
And we put it in the water.
That's not.
Oh yes, we're gonna grab the huge rod at the
Yes.
top of the.
I love it. He
You
agrees.
see, you see this?
At least my idea made some kind of sense.
Okay, so.
No, your idea is a
My idea was
tragedy.
fun.
No,
Look.
it's a suicide mission.
So when we get close to the island,
Wait,
You don't know until you
we
try.
can throw animals at this right now, can we not?
I mean,
Throw
we can,
hands.
but we're moving so fast.
What, you're gonna throw the scorpions at the creature?
Well,
He got
animals-
squids and
Those are
things.
animals.
My It's like that. It's like the whale from like Hitchhiker's Guide just appears out of nowhere. It's like whole light flashes before it.
Goodbye.
Right now, it's just like, what is happening to me? I'm
Yeah.
falling towards this wall.
Yes, I mean
Maybe it's not following us anymore.
no.
Wait,
no.
have we tried to turn in a direction, or maybe it's just like following us
Hey,
by
listen.
dumb luck?
Hey,
Are we in
hey,
some kind
listen.
of current?
Listen.
I'm asking the guy that knows the sea.
He's got a point.
Seas.
He knows see too.
Yeah, well, I'm
He
asking.
lived above the sea. You were under it. You know.
Under the sea.
Anyways,
Sorry.
I think get close to the island where they have, some security where they can see what's going to happen. And when they see these big ass serpents pop out, I'll throw this fish around there. I'm not saying they will, but I'd rather test it by there just in case.
Wait, can
I
I test it?
think that's.
Everybody ready cannons on the side of the ship that I'm going to throw this fish around.
But we don't even know what the
But it's
fishing
in the
rod
back.
does yet.
Exactly, but I know a big
Wait,
ass thing.
Nick, what does it do?
He don't know. He just told you he don't know.
Ned just had the image in his head.
Just, I feel a weight is lifted. I've been able to create something that
He
Hey, Ned.
just made us spend a lot of time.
I appreciate you, Ned. Thank you.
it is
Wait.
Go to sleep now, man.
Now
He's got.
Mark, Azul?
Said amp.
Shut up. Azul?
Yes.
Can you please go check on Boom Boom and see if we got that chemical ready for you, please?
Yes. The worst thing I
You are not touching this fishing rod.
I just wanted to see it.
Fantasia,
I'm not
can
gonna
you-
throw it over. I'm not gonna do anything.
Fantasia.
I just want to see it because of the name.
Fantasia, go up to the dock, entertain our people until we get to the, spot. I'm sorry I'm acting like the captain, but we're gonna go up and just make sure this big ass fish ain't coming.
Okay.
Sing them a song.
And I was sure. And I go and I watch it to Boom Boom.
Okay.
Boom Boom, how things going with the Antidote?
yeah. I mean, well, this was the first try, and he like points you, and there's like this mess on the floor, like slightly smoldering, smells a bit like pee. It's like, man, nearly there with this second one, and I'd say give me two, 3 more hours, I have that for you.
Don't to make it look like this first.
Well, I've been toying with the idea of a suppository. You put it up your ass, and it's gonna work a lot faster. Otherwise, I mean, you can drink it like a potion, I guess, but it might take a bit more time, be a bit less effective.
Well, I'll have
What do you
you.
think? Suppository?
I'll let you talk to him about that one.
Oh no. I mean, I'm making it. It's gonna save his life. I'll talk to him if you want. If you want,
I mean,
I'll talk to him
if
about
you-
it. About it. I'm gonna tell him. You put something else, you're gonna live. We're gonna put it up your ass, you're gonna die.
I'm with Boom Boom. I would stick something
I
like
say
that.
that. If you want, I'll say that. But
Okay.
I can make it a potion. It might take me a few more hours. I'd save it. I mean, try it's up to you, really. Suppository. Maybe a couple hours from now. Potion, 5, 6 more hours.
One
I'd
is
say.
easier.
Well, suppository is easier. Obviously, it takes less time. Not so easy to, but I'm not putting that in no one's ass. He have to do it himself.
How much
Maybe
gold
whatever-
would it take? Boom Boom.
I beg your pardon? Me put the suppository up some
No,
man's
not my ass. I'm sorry.
Yours?
No, I didn't say. I said not mine.
I do it for 10 gold. 10 gold? Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. If you're just gonna die,
If he does eat, it will be
10 gold, Azul.
my cousin. He probably wouldn't trust anyone else in that situation.
You can do it. You can do it.
I don't even want to tell him.
Listen.
Gosh,
Do you want
lucky
suppository or potion? It's like 2 hours or 6 hours.
I don't know how to make this decision.
You are
I
the
mean,
captain.
I tell the man.
We'll
You
do
told me what which one to go for. I'm just saying.
we'll do the one that supposedly works better, but it better work.
Suppository is definitely better. Straight to the bloodstream.
He's going to kill you.
Well, I'm not doing shit. I'm not putting that near that man. I heard about that proof of sky. No, wait, no. You could do that. You could push him right there if you want, but I'm gonna be on this shit right
Do
here.
not say that out loud too. On the boat.
Why? I say what out now?
Don't say we have to go to private quarters.
I'm I'm just saying in this room
That's cool, but
right here.
when we go to them, you do not say that in front of the crew. You do not say that in front of the people.
I'm not leaving this boat.
Oh, okay.
No, you take that thing, you take it, and put it wherever you want. But I am staying right here.
Hey.
I saved a man's life. That's all I care about. Right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna drink.
Okay.
I'm drinking right now, actually.
Alright, so
Turns out this venom, when you distill it, ooh, very good. I got one bottle left. What?
please do not fuck up this one.
No, I mean, this is nearly done, but I had a 4. 1 was a mistake. 1 is this.
Okay, yes, okay.
The other one,
Why?
I mean, it's pretty good. It's
Please finish this before you pass the fuck out.
it's really done. And the 4th one.
Can I have the fuck one, please?
Here you go.
Then I take it. And I go,
But this one.
just finish, okay?
Yeah, try.
And then go to Kai's.
Can I get a little bit of that boom boom?
Yeah, here you go. Yeah.
I'm looking to put him back on when we get
Roll a quick Constitution saving throw.
You die.
13.
It takes you a little while. You're like, dude, this doesn't do shit. This is fine. You walk out onto the deck of the boat and it hits you like a fucking truck. You go from no alcohol to 20 shots alcohol
Oh my.
in like 2 seconds. So you guys see Chenye walk out onto the boat. He seems completely fine, and then just something passes over his eyes, and you're like,
He turned pale.
and that's what.
I knew he took a sip because I was leaving, right?
Are you taking a sip? Oh, you know he took a sip. Yeah, you know he took a sip. But he walks out onto the boat and
Alright.
completely wasted off his face of this earth hammered, like get naked, run down the street.
What would they do with it? Why would we do
I
it?
was surveying.
You guys come out of the ship. You've got this
I'm still
this
flying.
this bottle that you're putting into your rucksack.
Well, no, I'm giving these guys.
Oh, so
put it in the back.
He hands you over
So
like
it doesn't get
a
damaged.
large jar of this like bright, almost luminous blue liquid. And behind him, Chenye is looking a bit weird right now. Yeah. We're gonna pick up.
Oh, he finished the antidote.
Yes. Well, this is not the one. This is just the vial of venom we're going to
The
keep.
spare.
Well, if he has antidote ready, we can go ahead and put him back on.
He's not ready. He's still finishing his right now. Can you please,
What's wrong with Jay?
Tintan, could you please go downstairs, find Boom Boom, make sure he doesn't pass out while he's finishing the rest of the venom antidote.
Why would he pass out?
They're drinking the venom.
Dude, the sea is going all blue. And then it's like shh.
How can you drink venom?
It's going all over the boat.
He did something
And, like,
to it.
It's the Blue Boys! Back at it again!
Please.
What's wrong with him?
Please.
What is wrong?
Yes. Fucked up on the venom drink that Boom
Is that what
Boom.
that does? Wait, he can make drinks out of venom.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
The master of the ship is starting to
No.
surf
Whoa, it's a
around.
Do you
Snake,
see this
dude.
guy?
We're going to
The
make money.
mask!
Oh my god.
We're going to make
What if
I didn't want to make sure he
Nah.
finishes right first.
I will.
Go ahead.
But we have the
Roll
score.
a athletics check.
We will not make money off of this. We will
The
make
mask.
enemies.
Wait a minute.
Do you see this man?
No, listen to Tintin. He's got a point. What if we sell it to criminals?
You do
Not
what?
criminals, but friends. Just one who dies.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Sorry,
I'm going
please.
down there.
To you, you're up that mast. You're like climbing. You just see Chenya at the bottom of the mast, just hugging it, like, and he's like screaming, and like he's also like, oh yeah, it's the wind. I feel the wind, and like he just
I'm a snake!
a snake.
Snake.
Come on. Someone tie him down. Something.
So he's just sitting at the bottom of the mast, like hugging the main mast, just like.
I don't think he needs any time.
He might fall off the side of the boat.
Go.
That may be a good thing.
He's stuck on top of the mast apparently. So as long as he's there hugging that, he's fine.
Watch him. We have to talk to Boo Boo.
I was in a concert when he came in. It's the Blue Boys.
Kaya, can you please watch him while we go talk to Boo Boo, please?
You can hold him down.
I might throw him overboard.
Come on, someone please. I need to make sure
Throw
Boo Boo
me
does
overboard. I can swim.
He can't throw you overboard, Shay. You're way too high up. We're way down here. So yeah.
What?
Just tell him that. He'll believe you. He thinks he's on top
You're
of the
hearing
mast.
like them speak. He's speaking really fast, but you're hearing like you can go
Overboard? Oh, man.
I follow 10 times downstairs, shaking my
I
head.
went down.
You guys are heading to Boom Boom.
Boom Boom.
Okay. So
Oh, I'm gonna go with them.
Go into.
Good luck, guys.
You go into Boom Boom's room. What do you? He's like currently like pouring like little bits of liquid onto this small pill shit thing.
Okay. 10 times. Please watch him, but let him finish this before we ask about anything else.
Oh, well, yes, this is more important than what I want to do.
He's just like.
No, this is more important.
What's that?
You're right, but
Wait, what did he say?
Up the butt.
What did he say?
Nothing.
Boom, boom.
Nothing.
Boom, boom.
Nothing. Everyone go back on top deck.
No. What did you say earlier?
On the top deck.
You said up the butt.
I mentioned Boom Boom right now. It's like nothing. You know nothing, Boom Boom.
All right.
I not say anything of the box.
I'm gonna use persuasion on Boom Boom.
Persuasion. He rolls persuasion.
Oh, damn.
He's aggressively trying to do something.
Oh. I will counteract it.
Oh.
Oh, I don't need to.
A 5?
And that is one.
Alright.
he's like, where? I'm making right here. Suppository
For what?
Oh.
for the butt.
No, for who?
For that man's uncle right there. He's gonna stick it right up that butt.
Oh.
Like,
Oh,
up there. But it's good. It's good. It's the best way. It's straight to the bloodstream. You know.
so why can't you just make a potion?
Well, I can't have a potion. I can. But the man, he said, I want that up the butt.
That's not what I said.
Whoa.
That's what I heard.
That's what I
Is
said.
that what your uncle is into?
He
I
said,
mean,
Please do not get killed today.
the potion, he said the potion, well, look, I said the potion gonna take me like 4 or 5 hours, but the suppository I could do it a couple of hours, like 1 or 2 hours.
Oh, so
Also, suppository is more effective because potion will go down the lungs and what your stomach, and then the stomach, there's acids and stuff in there. You're a man of medicine, you know that. The acids and stuff.
I know.
And, you know what I mean there? But up the butt. It's straight to the bloodstream. Very effective, very fast.
I think your uncle will be okay.
I think he'll love
Listen, does he want to die or does he want to have
No,
someone to put up his butt?
I think that would be fine.
Yeah.
I think you need to get one of the ladies that he likes.
No, I say
No.
make him do it. It's family love. It's bonding.
I think myself.
You can't get
I just look at
I
him.
think myself that maybe when shock him with that lightning, put him out for a few seconds, shoot up there. When he comes to, I don't know.
I will see you later, guys.
Oh, he is absolutely right.
Yeah, I mean,
Fantasia could put him to sleep.
I am absolutely right.
does he need anesthesia? It's just a little pill up the butt. He doesn't need anesthesia. He needs his family support. And I say Azul, his loving nephew, sticks it up his ass.
Can I say something? One more thing.
Go ahead.
You can say many things you want.
I didn't want this conversation.
I don't know what your uncle is into,
He is not into none of that, okay?
but some.
I mean, that's totally fine if he is. I'm just
He
saying.
is not.
You know,
If you ever say any of these on this ship, you will probably not make it off of his ship. I'm trying to tell you.
For telling him I want his nephew to save
Yes.
his life?
Yes, just don't pay attention. You stay on this boat. You stay on this boat, Fantasia.
But I'm supposed to be anesthesia.
No.
I'm anesthetic.
No.
I'm needed.
Fantasia.
I have to put him to sleep.
Fantasia.
I have to put him to sleep. I
Fantasia.
have to put him to sleep.
You don't need to do anything. But watch. Chill.
Shane's being watched by Kaya. See, he's up there having a ball.
I am done with this conversation and I walk upstairs. I have spoken.
Okay, the island is coming close very quickly. It takes a couple more hours, and the ship handily moves into dock. Blythe is very effective with the ship. He maneuvers it in very quickly. The dock is already looking much better than before. A couple of the larger ships seem to have gone there, but you do still see the Duo C.
This is Golapa we're
Stopped.
going back to, right?
Golapa.
I get confused.
Golapa, the island that was attacked.
Yeah, okay.
Wait. Anna was the one that was attacked.
Was it
Alpha
Anna?
was the big one.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, you come into the dock area of Golana, and
Well, we don't go straight to the dock because I'm like, hey, do we want to take this fight like just enough away from the ports, the docks? That way, do not hurt anyone else who is
I
trying to
have an
survive.
idea.
Well, we are getting close, so figure this out. Nigga.
Can y'all do booming voice and try to yell at somebody there or yell at your cousin? You can point. I don't know what you're gonna do.
Hey, it's 120 feet. I don't want to get that close.
I mean you can do 120 feet in like 30 seconds with this shit.
Alright, so message and booming voice.
All right, so I'll stop at me. Well, we need to get close, slow down, and we let these sails kind of go up, not like almost all the way up and all the way.
Be careful,
Okay.
not to hit Shay.
Yeah,
He's up
go
there.
like raise sails, and then raises them himself. He just raises the sails. The ship starts to slow down. It's hitting about like 5-6 knots now.
And get to the back of the boat. I'm holding.
Sir,
Scorching.
I'm going to the side of the boat to throw the fish.
I'm still watching behind us in case it attacks first.
Alright.
I'm just here just in case, but I can see the back and I can see the side.
Everybody, man cannons, please.
I mean,
What's up?
what do we do with mass bullet? I told you he was harmless. He's still there, so.
I pointed the
Okay,
door.
you are on the top of the boat. Yes. That master took you way longer than you expected to climb up it.
I was like,
I'm
he's still gone.
exhausted. I'm exhausted.
He's just asleep, like wrapped around the bottom of the mast.
I pointed to Dual C, looking for Darian. I said, cousin, we are
What's the
here.
range of?
120. So
Like, it's like a good mile away still.
okay.
Then there's no point
Yeah.
in doing
I'm just,
anything
I'm
else.
holding.
120 feet, you'd be very close to right next.
That's
to
what I was saying. I thought you said we were about to be that close. So
If you wanted to slow down before.
Yes, I did.
So
Okay.
yeah, you're still a good like half mile away. You can. It's still very clear. You can still see quite a lot of the stuff that's there. You can see the Duo C part. There's a couple other large ships there. The dock looks a lot cleaner and nicer. There's still a lot of people milling around. A lot of construction work going, and some of the cliff face has been starting to be repaired. Yeah.
cool.
So you
I take out this wand and I wait for something that I see.
Oh, this isn't.
Hey, go.
Yes.
Get ready to let down the sails when we give you the signal.
Burn the damn sails.
Wait, we're slowing down? Uh-oh.
I'll throw
So-
the fishing rod in.
Okay.
I'm looking for something.
Would it be safe to cast booming voice? I mean, if there are people building, they might get scared.
What is the process of you throwing the fishing?
They may just get scared of falling
Or
down.
I'll go to this side.
I guess I'll put me where I need to be.
Alright, put me on that side. Put me on that side.
No, man. I am here. Where y'all? Where? Everybody else? Place yourself.
I'm next to Tintin.
Okay, so what do you do? Like, walk through your process.
Alright, so I basically just look out to the water to kind of like at an angle.
So might as well.
It's kind of
Check
towards
where
the
she
back a little
was.
bit. Well, yeah, kind of towards the back.
Back or front?
And I
So she was looking out for the
Yeah,
land.
he's back there.
Okay. Like. Roll a. Just roll a d20.
14.
14. You're thinking, yeah, sea's nice. I hope we catch something. You throw the fish in, the rod in, or the hook in. The rod stays in your hands. The hook like in the water, and then like almost instantaneously, you get a strong pull from like a catch, and you're like, what do you want to do?
I'm trying to pull it back, reel it in.
Okay, roll a strength check.
I go, sir!
I am on guard to see if it's something dangerous.
Too late.
No, I was gonna react and grab him to help him pull.
Okay, yeah. For now, you grab him
Yeah.
to keep him stable. Roll the strength check. What did you roll?
21.
21. Yeah, you just like start pulling in real fast. Yeah, like you start reeling in whatever it is. It's strong. It's really strong. But you're reeling it in pretty quickly. Roll another strength check.
Oh, okay. 18.
18. Yeah, you're like okay, it's not too bad. Like reeling it in. One more quick strength check.
No, this is going to be the bad one. Now they won. Woo! 15.
15. Yeah, you like out of the water and huge tuna pulled out of the water, like this beautiful, gorgeous, tasty tuna fish pulled out. It's got to be like 6-7 feet in diameter, massive fish, and you just like reel it up and put it onto the deck of the ship, and it's like randomly say like perfect, pristine fish, like probably the most beautiful fish you've ever seen on the deck of the boat.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
guys.
turn around.
For the stability. I didn't
What?
throw it in. I didn't stable myself. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Sorry, I was at the front of the ship and I'm just hearing this pounding. So, the hell is that?
It is a
A
fish.
fish.
Thank you. It seems
told
like
you
it needs to be
they
put
don't
down before it puts holes in the ship. It's kind of just flopping around.
This ship is more sturdy than that fish.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
it's
look at the sea just to see if I can see any of the more of the big shadows.
I'll do the
and
same.
things else.
Roll a perception check.
Oh,
Both of you.
yeah. Listen, I was gonna look for that all day.
That's my roll low. 10.
If only you're perceptive, but some tripping balls on the ship.
I never the 5, so 9.
It's time to make it to the dock.
Yeah, you don't really see anything. The sea is very calm. It's dawn, so it's probably like 6-7 a.m. And the sea is quite calm. And there's this on the deck of the ship right now, quickly dying is this huge tuna fish.
Do you want to chop it up and throw it back in?
Do you really want him to do that?
While we throw it back in, I just want to get them start giving them nothing's out there.
Okay, it's fine with me.
Let's go ahead and give your uncle this.
So we pull up to the docks.
Yeah, Lena says, do you mind if I...
Yes, go ahead and
If I, she just quickly goes to work on the tuna. And as she's slicing the fish up, she hands you guys some like raw fish. She's like, just taste beautiful.
Yeah.
What kind of
It
fish
is-
was this exactly?
This
You
is
seem like you
this
know.
is a tuna. Never seen one quite so perfect as this. This would sell for 20-30 gold if needed. But I believe we would like to eat this right now. I would like to eat this right now. Just like slicing it up and then putting a bit of like lemon zest and a few other like ingredients on it, and just handing you guys out these like beautiful platters of raw tuna.
This is good.
And it is incredibly
It's
tasty.
amazing. Is this what they raw do?
I'm guessing so.
I mean, it's a shame one of us can't taste it.
I heard that.
And so we like roll up to the dock, so we eat.
Yeah. Okay. So the ship docks, and you guys start to disembark. What do you guys want to do?
Fantasia,
I'm gonna roll stealth
watch Che,
because I know he's trying to keep me on the ship.
and I'm watching for her. So
Roll a. I mean, how exactly? First of all, how exactly are you watching?
Yeah, how are you watching?
I'm trying to make sure. Oh, I told her where she is. So if she's at the top, I'm like,
I can wait.
Okay, roll a stealth check with disadvantage.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get.
you can do it regular. I'm not gonna stop you.
Oh.
No, disadvantage.
No.
You're actually looking for her.
Son of a bitch. It would have worked. 13.
What did you roll for?
I didn't roll anything.
Roll a quick perception check.
15.
Yeah, I mean, you like look to the side and you just see Fantasia like starting to climb over the side of the ship at the back.
I was checking to see.
For Che?
Seeing if, Hassan was clean.
Okay.
Make sure all the letters are pristine and, can be seen.
Well, I think you need to go and get the rag, from
I was
below
gonna-
decks in order to keep it clean.
That's right. I knew I was forgetting something, but now that you say it, I don't want to walk all the way down there, so I'm just stay here and watch Che. So that's cool.
Okay.
Boom Boom hurries out and he's like, I think I got it. It's a bit bigger than I expected, but I mean, whatever. And he like hands you over this like small case, and inside it is like one large like pill-shaped object.
So let's talk about this.
There's nothing to talk about here.
What's happening?
I'll tell you after.
What's wrong?
I'll tell you after.
Why not just tell me now?
Yeah.
Please.
Tell him now.
Anyway, we are going to my uncle. If you want to stay and watch Che, you can.
Wait, I want to go see your uncle.
Tintin.
No.
Well, if Che wants
It's
to
really
join
nice that you don't take with your mouth.
Ooh.
No.
Oh, so it's going up.
Did I hear you?
What?
Did I hear you say that?
And while you were yelling at them, I was whispering.
Yeah.
Roll a quick perception. Roll a stealth.
Don't worry. Another 5.
Yeah.
9.
Yeah, nah. I got it.
You do not. Yeah.
9. Okay, cool.
It's
14.
it was a pretty big pig. Ouch.
Why would you want to lay
They get into the mood. You know?
Anyway, I'm just like walking off the boat. I'm trying to walk away from everybody. Like I'm trying to go by
I
myself.
think we should just leave it at the medicine's going up, but I don't need to know if you do it with it or he does it with it. I think we should just keep it clean.
I thought you liked it.
No.
Lincoln was.
No.
We are back.
Okay, so yeah, you quickly head off. I mean, regardless, you want to help your uncle. So
I know he does, but
you
it's like,
head over to
I'm
the
coming
gotta
DMC.
come on with this.
Your
Yeah,
cousin is on deck.
Can I try to
currently.
follow him?
Oh gosh.
I mean, you said it's a few hours.
I mean, he did say that, and then I don't really care to watch him, so I would let him go.
Yeah, I mean, you can try.
I'll try to follow him.
First of all, roll a quick dexterity saving throw to walk down the plank off the ship to the dock.
Go ahead, Mr. Dexterity.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to
15.
15. You just fall in the sea. You just like start to walk down it, and you just like you just fall into the sea next to the dock.
I can use this. Oh God, Che is drowning. You better go save him and take him to land. All right. I dive in to go get Che. Use that.
You climb out slowly onto the dock side with the help of Fantasia.
Get off me, you witch!
All right, this witch is gonna take you to a ship where you'll be loved.
Follow Zul
That's
and the rest of the boys.
aye,
Let's
aye,
go.
Captain. We're gonna
Let's
fly. Actually,
That
we
way.
could fly.
He points completely opposite direction to what's required.
I don't feel like.
Azul, yeah, you get to the gangplank onto the duo C, and your cousin is there waiting. He's like, "Wagwan, brethren."
Wagwan.
Uncle, he's not so good. You come with good news, I hope.
Yes. So we have these, and I show him like the case.
That's the portion he has got to take for this from this serpent.
Yeah.
So let's go in there and talk to Uncle alone. So he knows, help him out, do what he needs to do.
I am a cleric.
Is everything okay? you got this.
We will talk,
You
okay?
killed the serpent, yes.
We have the potion to help him survive, or the
That's
the
good.
medicine,
That's
the
good.
antidote.
Party with me then. Let's go.
Alright. And
He ushers you and he's like,
I walk away from
your
y'all.
friend here.
We're trying to join.
He's
I walk
like,
away. Hey, we will come back.
this healer here, I think your uncle, he asked for him by name. He's helped him already. Feels a lot better.
Okay, I'm coming.
No one else. Please, everyone else, watch them. Make sure they are good on the top of the deck. We are going.
Do I know where the
No, we
the
haven't.
OC is?
I do have my captain hat
Roll
on.
a perception check with disadvantage.
I'm my captain hat on.
Wait, I am the one guiding him. Yeah.
19 was my lowest.
Which your lowest?
Yeah.
I mean, even in your inebriated state, you can see the duo C. It's the big shit. It's the big
Start
shit.
going towards the.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah,
he's like
okay.
pushing you in that
Wait, let's go! Yeah, buddy, that's the shit. We're gonna see Uncle.
So yeah,
I'm an
you guys are ushered quickly through to the captain's quarters, where your uncle is. He's sitting, getting fed food by some of the young women from the ship, but he definitely looks pretty rough at this point. Like there's a blue veins all the way up his arms to his chest, and he's like,
Uncle,
nephew.
we have the antidote for you. We have very good news. And then I cast message. I'm like, the bad news is it has to go up your bum.
He's like,
So if you need to let anyone leave,
he's
you
like,
might need to do it now.
It's like, I've been in worse situations. Just give me the pill.
No, easy.
Actually, one of you young ladies here
said-
to save your captain, right? And then one of the girls is the young girl, and she's like, yeah, no, I think I heard your nephew calling. And he's like,
Well, they don't know. They don't know. I'll send that message to
yeah,
him.
but they don't
right?
want to help him.
Yeah.
And your cousin is like, oh yes, I can. And they like run off. And the other girl's like, yeah, I guess I can help. You? What must I do?
He has appeared.
Okay.
You will
Now,
have
am
to.
I heading up
Yeah.
to the
How
ship?
close are
We're
we
in the
and
captain's
Shay?
court.
You
It doesn't
guys
matter.
are, at this point, you guys are at the bottom of the ramp of the ship, and there's a couple of very burly guards, and they're like, yes.
We're with the
We're with Azul.
Azul and the other blue guy.
You can wait right here.
We're with the cleric. He means
And
Tinton. He's.
Wait right here.
Okay.
I
Can
was
take a nap
told
here?
to be
I'm taking a
anesthesia.
nap here.
You can take a nap here.
I'm taking a nap here.
He'll take a nap here. I was told by Azul and the cleric Tinton to be anesthesia.
Listen,
I know
you
you're.
can wait right here.
I'm trying to save his life.
I'm taking a nap here. You can go, Fantasia.
Will you please look after this
Just
child?
go, Fantasia.
He wants you to watch.
Leave me alone.
You can wait right here. And they do not let you up. That's shit.
Dang.
So I tell her what you need to do.
Recharge.
Like mid telling her what she needs to do, her face just goes pale. And your uncle just says, it's not the worst thing I asked you to do, dear. Now be off with you. Shoos the rest of you out of the room.
That's cool.
Onto the ship.
Do you not want you trust her?
Darian's like, she wouldn't dare.
Okay.
Even in this state, you still kill anyone on this ship.
And that's it. It's all I walk outside.
Oh god.
Okay. I'm not about to say that.
He's walking outside.
Yeah, okay, so you walk outside and Darian says, so brethren, how be the journey so far?
It was a wild one. We had to kill that serpent, but he was no match for us.
Oh, but he has a story for you.
They do not know what you mean. Oh, matter of fact, two of our dum-dums on our team. They do some crazy things and got us into a lot of mishap.
Well, they did. Seems like you found yourself a nice group there.
Yes, it's very interesting, trying to learn more about these crew, You see the hat?
I saw that hat. It's a nice hat.
Yes, so
I like it one day, but I'm not captain.
Captain of that ship there.
Acting.
He is acting all
Acting, he is the
That's
first
shit.
mate. He said,
That's
shit.
where did you come about that?
We got inherited it for the deeds that we did on the island.
You are a lucky man.
I am trying to be,
This ship is, this is mahogany. I
Yes.
see.
A beautiful ship.
Strong wood, strong. I
Yeah,
like it.
the craftsman was amazing with this one.
Hold on. I'm at the bottom of the ramp, right? Can I roll perception to hear this conversation? Because they said they're on
I am
camera.
wild. You didn't.
Yeah, okay.
You can roll a perception.
No, he said he's
I'm
loud.
gonna say that's a big ship. We not.
I mean, if they're in the
Azul.
insides, I mean,
Azul said he's loud.
Disadvantage. It is a
Oh.
massive ship. This is like 5-6 times the
God
size
damn
of the ship.
And I had it. It's not. I don't hear it.
Okay. So yeah, you can just see Azul pointing sort of on the ship towards your ship.
Ooh, I can see that. I'm gonna cast Thermatology. My voice.
Thaumaturgy?
Sorry.
Thaumaturgy.
I keep adding it like it's a study.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your cousin is like, this is nice. You're going to sell it after I buy it from you,
You don't need to buy it from me. You can join us on the ship whenever you're ready.
I don't like such small ships. They capsize easy, I like the big ship.
Yeah.
The Duosia is my ship one day,
Yeah, one day. One day Uncle will let you have that. That's why I got me on.
That's right. You got you on.
It's what we were talking back before. It's our ship.
Because it would be like this, right?
I am sorry.
Maybe I wear this hat more. Don't you think?
It wasn't meat, it's disrespectful. I'm just speaking with you.
I mean, he's
But
like,
yes, it is our
who voted
ship.
him that captain?
You see how he said hour?
Well, now he said our. I say he said my.
I meant no harm by it. Okay, calm down.
Well, I'm saying it's new to me is.
But we do have a problem.
Nah,
I'd like to bring about. We had a big ass fish following us. I don't know if it's another serpent.
A big ass fish.
Yes.
Look like an ass.
big eyes.
Big ass.
Where?
We just saw it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Should we get Chinny? Well, shit. What do we say to have Chinny and go around and check?
I told you, I casted that spell.
You did trust. You can hear.
I ignored her 100% right now.
Because it's like. I think there's a strange lady yelling
She
at
can
me.
stay off the boat. She
isn't well.
You don't hear that part.
That is an example of.
Stop lying.
It's
Fine.
amazing you are even alive at this point.
time.
I see that this lady, she's a cuckoo, you know.
She's a wild one, but Tintan, with his certain condition, do you mind checking on him? Because he actually may have some problems.
Azul! Is this brother okay?
She's hard to block out.
I walk over there and I message, shut the fuck up, okay? Take your ass back to the ship. Where's she at?
I have Shay. Shay's in trouble. He won't wake up. What are you talking about? I'm right here. She can't hear you. I'm Shay's on a message. Oh wait, I still got a cast. Damn it.
I walk back inside the middle of the ship.
Yeah, you can go check on him if you like. Nope, he does not go check.
They are perfectly fine.
Yes, they are. I'm not about to go check it out.
We probably shouldn't leave them alone. At least the Isha.
Yes.
I wasn't thinking about that.
I check on my father. I'll be right back.
Let me know.
And he heads back into the captain's quarters.
Okay.
Ooh, I like this.
I cast through the door. As there, is he okay?
You just get like laughter. He's like, I got to say, I didn't think I'd see my father like this, but I owe you one. I never seen such a pale behind in the air. But he seems happy. The
Experience.
girl, on the other hand, she seemed like she seen some things.
I message. I will walk in 2 minutes and I have questions after his pass.
You need maybe 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah.
I just walk in.
Oh really?
Yeah.
God.
And I
Yeah,
close the door.
your uncle is
Like
like
the-
pulling up his breeches, and he's like, "Well, I got to say, I didn't have that in a while, but I feel better already."
It's good. I just want to make sure you're okay before we're probably going to go to Golapa after
The island, the big island.
clean up some stuff. We ran into some stupid things with the brass theater, unfortunately.
The thieves there.
Yes.
Good people.
Yeah, we unintentionally made friends.
There's better friends, there's worse friends.
You'll be surprised. I did really well too with our whole team.
God.
Distracting these fools, the butchers that are there. I don't know if you know much about them.
No, I don't spend a lot of time
Where?
concerned with what is happening on the mainland. But the thieves, they're good and they're bad. But in general, they do good things.
Understood. Eli.
But I gotta say, my behind. I'm not sure sitting down.
That's cool. I didn't want to hear about your behind. I just want to
It
make
is
sure it's
so.
okay.
It is so. That lady's fingers, they no,
She didn't cut
but
her
I-
nails, so.
No.
Look, Anga, question. Do you know anything about HR? Cheap meat company.
No, but I heard that there being a new group around there recent, you know.
Okay.
But they did not. They never requested service of the protest guard. So I mean, as long as they above board, I don't give a shit.
Oh, fair
But
enough.
they below board, you say they don't want these problems.
I know they do not. That's why I was asking you to make sure I should be aware. They seem shady.
Interesting.
Keep that.
Maybe
in mind.
you check them out a little more.
I'll
Let me know.
let you know.
Let me know. I tell your father when he back. And look, we will be extra scrupulous of the ships at sea.
Understood. I have another question for you. I am, and Kazan, you too, in a situation where I'm very confused about my choices and things that I should do. My crew is wild, as I may say. Everyone comes from their own backs of life, but there are two that I am weary of, even though I feel that I want to believe they are good people, but they come from some very rough backgrounds, and I understand how we do things here. And I am in a situation where I want to be cool with them, but I don't know if that works with our morals.
Well, when you build your first crew, the Proteus got with a bunch of misfits right here. Me and your father, we didn't always do the right thing, So every now and again, people they bend the rules, and people make some small mistakes. I be understanding if they made a few small mistakes in the past, Is this helpful?
Not really. Uncle,
A few small children.
have you heard of the Blackest Night?
Oof. Wait.
A few small mistakes, small
And,
children.
I heard some pirates talk of it one day. They said about before we snuff them out, they say that this is some kind of culling of people in some far off area. But I think it is disgusting where these people they kill indiscriminate.
That's really up for the zoo.
I don't know a lot about it myself, but
I
I
understand.
cannot imagine it is a good thing.
Yes, it's something that I'm confused about too, because you have to understand. Do you feel that ones can change? Ones that are in the thick of the darkness be able to make those choices? I know how we make our rules. I know how we understand what we do. And maybe I just need your judgment here when it comes to my crew.
Well, this give me a few hours. I meet this crew of yours, and I can maybe tell you more. But I would say that while we come from all walks of life, we may have done the bad things in the past, but what we do now, this is what truly show whether we're good or bad. And while you may, the decision to join this darkness or not is something that everyone has to make at some point in their life. So, yes, I believe that people can change. Do people deserve the chance? That's a different question.
Well, to be honest with you, because I know we have been a strong crew, out of the ones that I am worried about is the big one and the crazy wild female. I do have understanding that there's a feeling in me that wants to believe that they are good folks, that they were possessed or something, but yes, I just coming to you for clarification, I don't understand how we do things when things come to us, not again. First my time having my own crew.
Well, before you leave here, bring them here. We will have a chat. If they are truly the bad people, I kill them right here. If they're the good people, I know pretty quick.
Understood.
Give me a few hours to recover. My behind needs to recover.
I understand. I think they want to go see their Lord anyway.
Asian
And so
versus a Protheus
I give that to Darren one and walk out.
Cool.
To the
He gives you a big hug, and he says, like when he's hugging you, he says, "I truly owe you."
No.
He says,
E.T.'s
"Baby
family."
noises."
Yeah, E.T.'s family.
No,
You
this
know
is
nothing.
this is more. This is more.
You won't know anything, cousin. And then we will.
Cool. And then yeah.
How's your uncle doing?
He's grateful.
I told you, woman.
He starts to walk off. And he goes down there. Faces, you're done now. We are going to the city.
I mean, I haven't said anything for like 20 minutes.
I wouldn't know I wasn't here. Come on. Shit.
So you're starting to recover
I
from
think
the
that,
effects, but you have a
get back to the
splitting
ship.
headache.
We need
At
to
this point.
discuss with delivering.
So what do you do against headaches?
I was thinking that too.
What?
I know it's good for him to be
What
on
do
the
you
ship.
do when you have a
He's
headache?
been gone for quite some time, and I'm pretty sure his people are probably getting worried.
I agree. And that's the same thing I was going to say. So we both was on the same page.
Yes.
Azul, before you dart off, like you were trying to do,
We're at the bottom of the
We're
barrel.
walking the corner.
Yeah.
Shay's
Some
trying
guys in
to.
the corner.
Yeah.
You guys are heading
Well,
back.
I mean, did y'all walk past us?
Yeah.
I walked down
They're
first.
like
Yeah.
walking ahead of the group towards the
Oh,
city.
you're going? Where you guys?
Where are y'all off to?
Alright, fair enough.
There, Nick, God. Weren't we supposed to? When we said we got back here, weren't we gonna look for the Archmage, see if he was out of his alcoholic depression? I remember one of the people who darted past us
Sure.
talked about it. So just go check that out. Shay, get up! Damn it, we're going to the. I'm guessing the tower should be better by now. The docks look fine. We're going to the Archmage shower.
Why? What do we want to know from you?
I don't fucking know. It was Che and Tinton and Kais.
Why do we want to waste his time if we have no idea?
I don't know.
Tinton and Kais said it was important or something. Oh yeah, it had to do with the underground place where we were at. He wanted the Archmage to see something if we didn't notice anything.
Sure.
All right, we'll do that.
I am in a bad place. So we start walking towards them.
While we walk the corner, I want
He's
to
at the
say
bad
something.
deeper. Okay, so you guys are heading over to the Temple of Core. What would you like to do?
Guys,
Yes.
my watch was interesting. I heard the full story of what actually happened. Never leave them alone again.
Yes. While I was waiting outside the door, while y'all were in there, I was worried they were going to do something stupid with the guards down there, not letting them on.
Oh, you heard them?
I peered over the edge a little bit. I was hoping that nothing bad was going to happen, because I wasn't going to come down there.
No, that's understandable. I don't know why we left them on the ship together.
We have to babysit them, or they're going to get us all killed.
So, but the real thing that I want to talk to you about is Fantasia.
Yes, that she's crazy.
No, I think she is, but not. I think something is troubling her, but she doesn't know. I think,
that we didn't really, that she kind of told us about.
yes, and I think her mind is scattered. I talked to Val on the ship, and she said she knows of some people that had the same kind of trauma and try to block it out. and sometimes you have to go to a wizard to open it, or a wizard can close it in, and you get spigots of it. And so therefore, I think we need to go to a wizard without her knowing. Talk to a wizard.
You think maybe the Archmage could know anything about that?
Yeah, so before we go back to the ship, I like to go to Cord, Archmage, ship.
Yes. And then let them know that we want to go ahead and drop off the cowgirl. About Fantasia, I think she acts the way she does because she's scared to know the truth.
I think she blocks out the truth and the mage will bring it all out.
I don't think she wants to know.
So you think it's a bad idea to do?
I mean, we can always ask her. I just think that she's scared of knowing what really happened because she's scared to have, I guess, blood on her hands. She did explain, you know, the murder that she was seeing happening. And maybe she's just scared to... Tieflings don't have the best path. They're usually summoned for evil things. Maybe she's afraid of being one of those beings.
I want to find out.
Yeah, you can find out.
Okay. Oh, you want to go see Lincoln? You dirty dog.
No.
Okay, so yeah, you guys make your way up, and as you guys kind of head up the ramp, I mean, it's still like a demolished hillside. There's the lifts they've just kind of given up on that and started making like a roadway, a pathway up there, and you pick your way up through the rubble. As you get up to the top where the city was, it's looking a lot better. Like a lot of the buildings, some of the buildings that were half destroyed have been reduced to basically rubble on the ground. People are starting to pile up all the bricks and mortar, and there's piles of like chests and things like that have got like people's belongings in them. And they're starting. A couple of the buildings have started to build some like wooden scaffold where people are actually starting. That seem to have come from the mainland. Are starting to help build up parts of some of the buildings that you come on early on. The temple itself is cleaned, but around the temple are a whole series of acolytes just praying and kneeling. And then as you head down towards the market area, the market has been completely gutted and is now filled with small tents that have like food stalls, bandages, like medical spaces here where they're treating a large number of people who have general wounds and damage. As you come up to or head up towards the temple side, the area has been cleared out. There's still a lot of like blood stain on the ground and blood on the floor, but there's no corpses anymore. There's a whole load of extra graves around the temple. You come into the temple area and there is a number of acolytes running around the area, sort of getting things set up. But to some extent, things seem to have gone back to normal. There's a very few people there at the temple right now. They're all you walk past a few of them in the city, and they seem to be out like policing, making sure people are okay, like helping with some of the building. Things like that. There's not a lot of people actually at the temple itself, and the temple seems quite unscathed at this point. What would you like to do?
While we were walking up and seeing all that stuff, me and Azul's watch, I think we got a lot out that we needed to say to each other, and I believe we kind of got past things. I don't know if maybe Azul maybe still kind of conflicted, but I think that I've kind of maybe came down as not such a big threat to him.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
It went a lot better than I thought it would go.
I'm glad that y'all talked.
Well, you both were alive.
I wanted to watch with, but I was afraid that the other two was going to be together.
Yes,
So
we
that's
need
why
to keep them separated
Yes.
at all costs.
My children.
Yes. Don't think at all. You have Che, Mr. Suicide Mission. And then I don't even know what to say about Fantasia.
Lightning rod.
Like if you give them a quick thing to do, it's just like, oh, they can't mess this up. No, there's nothing they can do to mess this
It's
up.
like there was just so many. I'm just lost for words.
The positive. You get it rid and get everything fixed before we left.
Yes. Then we did meet someone who could take us to get the poison, and so it worked out kind of in our favor. However, I don't want to go back and deal with that Gorgorofi lady. There's just something really odd about her.
I want to deal with her just to ask her another question.
I don't want to owe her any more favors. I don't want to say hi. I don't want to say bye.
For you to say that, I understand.
Because we'll probably just get in some more trouble. Clearly, trouble's been following
I
us.
feel like we will get in more trouble if we go because I think Azul has something with HR that he wanted to deal with.
Yeah. I mean, we can always go back after we drop off Kyle. I think he's been patient long enough. I'm surprised.
We
he
have to
hasn't
go back
complained.
anyway. We need to drop off the girl.
Just kidnapping her.
Well, let's go in here and go ahead and get our
Pray.
praying. He's been protecting us.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you guys get to the temple. You both kneel, and you spend some time communing with your god. So Caius, you attain like a nice peaceful state whilst you commune. You can hear the rumble of thunder in the distance. Tintan, you start to
Here claiming.
Court is behind you. You kind of slip into like a very deep meditative state as you pray, and as you sort of like reflect on everything that has been going on, and you see like you can hear the sort of rumble of thunder in the background, and you can hear the like crack of lightning, and then as you're like, okay, cool, I open my eyes now, I'm going to be back, and you open your eyes and you're just looking out onto like a dark sea, and the dark sea has like lightning like crackling across the front of it. And like balls of lightning are sort of hitting the surface of the sea, and balls are sort of like scattering around. But it feels very good and very calming in that space. And whilst Cord isn't the kind of god who would particularly speak to anyone, you definitely get that feeling that he is very pleased with your recent sort of work. And specifically the sort of bonds that you're forming with the people around you, and the sort of like guidance that you're giving is very positive in his sense. And as you sort of come out of your trance or your prayer, you have a very positive feeling from Cord himself, that he has started to pay more attention to what you're doing. I guess it's the easiest way to say it.
Woo! Feel like I got some plans in.
Here we go.
Nice.
When we leave, we're going to be walking toward the wizard now.
Cool, so you're heading back into the city. What are the rest of you guys up to?
We go to the big tower to go
Yeah.
see the high priest.
So we're unknowingly about to meet
The
a
High Mage?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Before we left the doctor, I did point to Vala.
Yeah.
Val on the boat.
Val.
And I was like, be unaware of anything lurking in the waters. Be on the lookout.
She was like, yes, before Che, I don't know what has happened to him, but before that he did mention a Finn. We have a Wandle of the docks as well.
Good.
And we will keep an eye out.
Thank you. So we walk all the way up to the.
Cool. So yeah, you get to the High Mage's
I go,
tower.
hold on. Do any of you remember his name? It does not matter.
We'll weasel our way out of it. Weasel our way into getting him to tell us.
Sure.
Cool. So yeah, you wander up to the High Mage's abode, and it is looking very repaired. Actually, it's looking almost as it did before. A lot of buildings around it are still completely destroyed, but his building specifically is looking quite good. What do you do? You knock on the door.
Yep.
Yes, sir. You knock on the door of the building, and just hear nothing for the moment.
Hi, Midge. You want to tell my television or something? He may be at the top of the tower.
Could be. All right, I'm gonna cast, and it's gonna feel weird because I'm not gonna add his name to it. Okay. Oh, High Mage, the one who helped us. We return with news. Yeah.
And I'm like, do we have news to give him?
I just need his attention.
Oh no.
Yeah, so you wait a couple of minutes, and then the door like, and the High Mage looks out and he's like, "Oh, you?
How you doing?
News?
Yeah. We have returned to talk to you about the situation, that our other two friends spoke with you about. If you recall that moment, they said your name a lot, and we're like, that's our guy, the High Priest, the greatest partner.
I am not a priest.
Oh, that is
Mage.
correct.
He's a mage.
That is correct. He is a mage, and I apologize. There is a difference there.
Roll a deception check with disadvantage.
This was deception. Wait.
That is the worst fucking thing I've ever heard.
What was the deception for? What's deception
Because they're
for?
trying to deceive him that your friends actually said a thing.
Well, I mean, they did have something, but they don't know.
They just don't
Shit
remember.
about what he
We don't know what he wants.
Well, either way, it was a 16.
Okay.
Yeah, her deception's
He's
high.
like, first of all, it's Glandrill.
We knew.
Yeah, I had it written down here in my notes.
What was the glad what?
Is your friend here okay?
What is the
He
glad
is
what?
recovering
Glandrill.
from an ordeal.
It's spelled
Okay.
Glandrel.
Oh, I was close. A instead of E. Well, honestly, he is kind of poisoned. So I don't know if there's ways to fix it. But you look amazing. Last time we spoke with you, you.
We hear from my head.
It was a bad time. It was a
Yeah.
bad time.
Have you checked the catacombs?
Yes, I actually just yesterday spent some time there. Good job, by the way. Mostly cleared out. There was a couple of dead beholders.
That was us.
They did not look good. I don't know what you did to them, but they looked quite degraded in a short period of time.
We're amazing.
There was, I dealt with a couple of small and rather annoying flaming skulls.
Yes, yes.
Oh God. I remember them.
I have dealt with a few in my time, and these two were particularly obnoxious. And yes, I observed the area you discussed. Some kind of gateway. I did not spend a lot of time. I did see the guardians or the large creatures. They didn't seem to pay me much mind whilst I was out of the way, but I did not want to
Are they that powerful?
try. Not entirely interested in finding out. believe that it seemed as long as I was quiet and didn't distract too much that they would just go about their path.
Okay.
Any sound that I did make from, magical means was quickly dealt with. Yes, not interested in seeing the level of power there.
I mean,
The gateway, on the other hand, is ancient. I don't believe anyone was aware of its existence, in fact, and I believe it is nothing to do with the rest of the cursed area around the temple. Seems to be some kind of portal to another realm, another area of existence. Potentially, this is all I've found for now.
these are not interesting to you to figure.
Very, very interesting. I've been thinking about it and researching. I've also sent a couple of notes across to the mainland to request some additional advice from my superiors, and
Okay.
we shall see if they deem this interesting enough to send someone or to give me some advice on how to proceed. So he's you guys are turning up, and the mage is talking to the guys at the front entrance. Just let me finish that sentence as you guys head in.
Well, you look great. Your tower looks amazing now.
Admittedly, I ran out of alcohol.
I mean,
So
Wait. Don't you still sell or buy magical items? I remember you bringing that up last time.
I am interested sometimes in the magical. Yes.
Do you want something like this?
What do you?
The wine?
He takes the one from you. And he's like, I'm good.
Okay.
Have you used this?
It is a piece of shit.
you don't say that after you try to.
Yes and no. I would say that mostly yes. Sometimes no.
What did you buy?
Oh, so you spent all that money
Oh, look
on
at
that
here.
wine.
Oh, hey.
Yo!
I was bamboozled.
What
Apparently.
does that wine do?
Well, these wands are some mages enjoy the randomness of magic, and therefore create certain magical items that have the ability to cast incredibly powerful or incredibly weird spells. This wand takes the power of the user and allows them to cast spells. However, the spell chosen is known to not the caster, or maybe any god, and will cast randomly of a number of interesting spells. I'm not entirely sure each one is even the same.
She made this sound nice when she sold it to me.
I mean, there's one that's the same.
They are a lot of
She was
fun.
a salesman.
You.
Yes.
I just remember saying that I didn't like her. She talked about chord. She was always talking about jokes.
Wait. What?
So she played you.
Huh.
I guess.
Where me and Shay were, they were making jokes about, well, the Protheus guard, but that's a different story. What was going on? They're like horror
Bugs the
leaders?
fuck out of me.
Okay, so I do have a question for you, sir.
Go ahead.
I'm glad we're all here. Have you dealt with revising people's memories?
Memories. Hold on. Personally, not my. I am not a trained spell caster. It is inherent, much like your friend here. Therefore,
Me?
many of my abilities are something that I'm limited to certain abilities that I have natural usage of. I have not learned, or I have attempted to learn, but it seems that magics that are foreign to my makeup are difficult for me to cast, whereas magics similar to my makeup are easy, very easy for me to cast, and manipulation of the mind or more delicate casting is not my forte.
Do you know who?
Much. Well, yes, a number of the high mages in Marquette may be able to help you. I believe
Marquette.
that the city there houses a large academy for spell users, and even the city's protectors themselves have efficiency in many different spells.
Okay. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So you know what about these?
No, I mean, I'll give you 100 gold for it.
No, it's not. No, I mean, I'm okay.
Why does he care about memory magic? And you want to remember something, Shay, about your
It's
night
10 times.
sister? I'm sorry.
I tell you about something.
10 times. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Shay right now and his severe hangover. But it's more like I'm just wondering why he cares about that.
Do you have any remedies for hangovers?
That would be a good
Yes,
question.
sleep. Plenty of sleep, warm and water, not salt water. You're welcome. A magic of mine.
Incredible.
Obvious advice.
Incredible.
No worries, my friend.
Honestly, fuck
I
you
mean,
guys.
it looks like sleep is
I was trying to look for it out for you. I honestly thought he may know some magic helps us. Some magical
That's a fair
soup.
point. Fuck you, Fantasia.
I was thinking of you too.
I believe you have a cleric in the group. There is a number of cures he may or may not wish to cast upon you. As a spellcaster, especially an offensive spellcaster as myself,
Same.
I can kill you if you would like.
I very much want to be alive.
It would end the pain quickly.
That is a good point, and then I wouldn't have to deal with.
Yes. Or I could
Why
kill
am I
anyone
being
dead
so
if you would like.
out?
No, we have things to do.
I joke.
How do you know how much gold? For real. Like,
To kill? Which one? The woman?
yeah, just,
I mean, I do that for free. Just rather annoying.
we'll talk later.
However, a friend of mine, this bagpipe player, seems fond of her, so we'll leave it at that. And
I'm
Really not.
I'm gonna ignore the fact that they just put a hit out on me and say that bagpipe player is a friend of yours. Have you seen him recently?
Rusty, yes, he's been looking around for a new set of pipes for a while now around the city. You probably will find him bickering with some salespeople or complaining that there's no pipes available. Feel free, probably somewhere near the market at this point in the day, or maybe at the pub drinking.
I know it was a tragic battle. Probably, Lizard Man, broke his bagpipe. I'm gonna, try and find him. Make sure Che doesn't try to put a fucking hit on me. And
Anyway, he needs a lot more money.
you broke bitch. I'm out.
I'm going back to the ship.
I want us.
I need him now.
Are we all leaving? We should stay together.
I already walked out, and so did Tinch. So.
I would like us. I forgot. I need to get something from the ship, but I would like us all to join the dual seat before we leave. Before we're going to Galapa.
No, but we would like to
No.
drop off.
Koga.
Called out.
Where is that? Where you go?
Yeah.
I don't know, but we had agreed to drop him off.
We also
But are we
have
dropping him off? Is the question.
we have 2 people we need to drop off.
We
Actually,
need to drop off Ravaga, but I think we need to drop off Kalgal first.
To be
Depending on
fair,
where she is, or
he
where
has
is.
been there
He's,
longer.
He's in between the big island
and yes.
Yes.
So
Oh,
it's
he's
not
between
really,
here.
he's
I
not
don't
really
think
out
that
of
would
the
be,
way.
but he
Why didn't we drop him off first?
Wait a minute.
Because we weren't thinking about it.
I
I mean,
mean,
he has,
save your own.
he has
so
been
he-
extremely patient.
Yeah.
You were heading out the northeastern side. He's the southwestern side. So he's closer to the island you're at now than the mainland is.
Oh.
He was that island that was only run by orcs.
You
Understood.
mean that military-looking place, right?
Yes.
All right. So
Sure. I am really great with military folk.
I hope so. 'Cause,
Jokes.
All right. So we may get killed by orcs. So
We should not be executed by
He
orcs.
is, I believe he is a prince.
Oh,
oh,
Yes.
did not know that
Fancy.
myself.
Yes, of the tribe. So
we've had
I'm
a
pretty sure we'll be okay.
prince on
Prince on
board. I mean,
did not know that either.
we've done nothing with that. You know,
We could
just
have hard flexed our way through.
No,
Yeah.
no, you two, no,
no. He has
I'm
a
saying,
point.
think of the potential though. You,
We could have just said, "Yo, we got a prince with us.
Anyway.
Back the fuck up."
Let's go.
It would have worked.
Dual seats.
I'm not entirely sure that's ever worked anyway. Yo, we have a prince with us. So back the fuck.
It's like the opposite.
Every time it works.
Especially around thieves.
in the hood in America. Yep, that's how
It
you
won't
do
be
it.
used for ransom. That's silly.
Alright, I am going to the dual seat.
I
We
am
go.
going to the marketplace.
By yourself.
I mean, if someone wants to,
Last time we left you by yourself.
then join me. If you don't trust me,
go for it, Ozul.
What are we going? Why are we stopping by the Dwellsy again?
I need to get some things. My uncle should be feeling better. And then we can go.
all right.
Are you
Our
being honest?
You can roll an insight check if you'd like to see if he's being honest.
Oh, actually,
No.
this thing was cursed.
See, you doing good. You doing
Oh,
good.
damn. Yeah.
So I gotta what? Deception?
Oh, a
Yeah.
12.
Yes, it would be deception.
14.
Seems like he's being honest. You still pick up some
I
shit?
don't mind. I want to see your uncle anyway when we leave. Make sure he's doing
And-
okay. You know.
I don't know. He could be telling the truth. I honestly don't care. I'm just trying to get to the marketplace. He doesn't want me alone, so the faster we go there, the faster we get to the Dwellsy.
What is she doing at the marketplace? Do anyone know?
No.
I'm going.
As far as I know, she was looking for the bagpipe.
I
She
suggest we
asked
go with that.
Glandrill about it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm assuming that I told her he was in the marketplace. She wants to go to the marketplace. I'm assuming he would like to need this rusty.
Yeah.
And
Hurry up with this one, Fantasia. Why do you want to see the guy that you broke his bagpipes?
I see.
Thank you, Azul.
That
Oh,
makes a lot more sense now.
oh.
So if you broke a bad pipe,
Do you by any chance have bagpipes with you?
I do not, but I know what I can do. I actually worked after feeling guilty. I have worked to gain a spell to help him in his situation.
Well, I believe that he does not know that you broke his bagpipes, but does seem to be very appreciative of your help. I believe he mentioned that you saved his life.
It wasn't that heavy. But yeah.
And so if you can help him, at least it would shut him the fuck up from complaining about bagpipes to me. I would be grateful. As much as I love Rusty, I do not want to hear another fucking word about his fucking bagpipes.
so with snake skin, is it good to make a bagpipe with snake skin?
Well,
No.
I don't think that has been used before, but mostly it is using something more malleable, like sheep's stomach or bladder, something like this that has a flexible connection. Sometimes they do use some stretchable leathers, so but I think that snakeskin is probably too tough for making a bagpipe, but I would love to see a snakeskin bagpipe. though I would not love to heal. As much as this city loves its bagpipes, I do not. I prefer peace and quiet for my studies.
Alright, we'll leave you alone. Let's go find this old man.
He's not that old.
Again, guys, if you do have any or come across any magical items on your journey, I would be very happy to look at them for you and potentially purchase if you are interested.
Wait a minute.
Sure.
What about that living pelt? Do you think that counts as magical?
Let's get this over with.
I was just.
Use the term living, not so interested. Sounds disgusting or dangerous, both of which I'm not interested.
Would you know anything about a living pelt?
Yeah, I mean...
It was
Wait.
the pelt of...
Hold on, just take it out, right?
I mean, I'll stand back and you can
Wait,
try.
what happened? You never told us what happened when we felt.
It's just, I don't know what
well,
happened. We both.
I went and shoved it, while I was trying to shove it into the bag, it grabbed onto me.
And I narrowly escaped and literally ran up a wall.
That's like we still have it.
Interested in.
We should just dump it into the ocean.
I mean, whatever they were doing, the butchers were doing, this was probably very important to them, so I just thought
If you would like, I could take a look at it. I would recommend you do not grab it again. If you are not sure what it does.
I mean, I kind of have to grab it.
It is in your bag. I believe, if you like, I can take the bag. I can maybe cast a small spell that would allow me to take the item out without using hands. Would that be helpful?
I am interested.
Would that kind of work? Because as far as I know, for the bag of holding, don't you have to kind of see what item is thrown in there before you can pull it out?
I believe
Got
the
know these.
way that it works, if you describe it to me, I can think of it. Whilst thinking of it,
I guess you could say it's similar to...
how
a
many
beast
large
pelt.
pelts are in the bag of holding currently?
It's just one.
It should be fine.
Sure.
Would you hand me the bag?
Yeah, he just opens up
Yeah,
the
so
bag.
as it, he creates a strange incantation and a strange spectral hand appears and reaches into the bag.
It's amazing.
And pulls out this large pelt, puts it on the ground.
This is what you were afraid of?
Grab it.
Yeah, try.
Exactly.
So he's going to cast Detect Magic. So he creates some incantations and draws a couple of symbols around. It takes him about 10 minutes. Seems to be some kind of ritual casting, so it doesn't expend a spell slot. He is going to... so he says, this... it definitely has a magical aura. If I had more understanding of this type of magical art, I would be able to help. But I would say that the aura given off is more similar to your hungover friend here than it is to, for example, this one that you have. More of the natural magics than the artificial, or crafted as were, but very ancient magics. Other than that, I'm not entirely sure what this help does. That is all I can tell you. Maybe if you were to find some other of the, I believe you are druidic in nature, those of which worship the Earth Mother or the druidic arts, you may be able to discover more.
He is too fucked up to help.
No.
That doesn't even make sense.
We can take the pelts to the druids on Galapagos.
That is a good
There's druids on Galapa?
Why did?
Yes, Skull Village on Galapa is somewhat of a area of the Earth's Mother's presence, and many druids make a pilgrimage there. It is definitely within the wildlands, so it is a more rugged place, but I think you, as a group, may be okay to travel there and find out more.
Alright. Would you mind putting it back in the bag of holdings?
Please.
No problem. Right. Put it back in the bag.
I did not know it was that scary. Really.
Well, now we know.
We do not know if it is scary. I prefer to stay cautious of things I do not understand.
Like the goals downstairs.
Exactly.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
If you would like to check back here or talk to me if you have other means in a few weeks, I am sure that I will have maybe a month. I am sure that I would have more information for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go see your favorite fan.
All right. I will not throw acid on him this time.
Okay.
What?
Attempt to.
So you guys bid the High Mage farewell and you head towards the market area. You're looking out for Rusty. So
I don't know what he looked like. So
yeah, who does know what he looks like?
Che and Tinton.
Okay, so you're looking. You guys helping her look? No,
Yeah.
don't care. You're hungover. Just a normal perception check, please.
Fantasia.
God damn it. Well, are you sure you don't want to help me here, Tinton? Because Jay's kind of useless.
You gotta ask him.
Yeah.
I just asked Tinton.
He said he gonna look.
Okay. Yes, you.
17.
17. Takes you a bit of time, and you see just out of the corner of your eye like a strange redhead man seems to have like cornered some lady, and you're like, is that guy assaulting this woman? And you realize the woman just looks really uncomfortable, and the guy is just talking at her constantly down one of the close to one of the alleys in the marketplace. It seems like the same guy.
Fantasia.
Yeah.
I think that's your buddy.
Now I don't think I should call him my buddy.
Rusty!
That alley looks unsafe.
Rusty.
Ma'am, are you okay?
Rusty!
I'm gonna go check on her.
Yeah, so you walk up closer, and as you come closer, you can just hear like,
I was close to my death. I was down an alleyway, and then an angel appeared, and she saved my life, and then my bagpipes were destroyed, but I was not destroyed, and I am safe, and now I have, and he's like, oh, angel! The angel is here!
This is our
My dear, thank you so much. I was hoping that you would come close to me this day.
Okay. I thank you. I love the story, and I mean, Angel, you're kind of downplaying it a bit, but I love it anyway. But I do know your wife is a tiefling, so back off. And
yes, my wife is a tiefling. Yes, that's very true.
Yeah. So remember your wife when you're talking to me. So do you? I know you're looking for a new pair. Do you know where your current pair of bagpipes are currently?
Well, yes, I carry them with me at all times. But they're a bit.
and he like pulls out his bag, and there's like a broken ass pair of bagpipes.
No, I mean they don't really do any noise. I can blow in the
And yeah, that's it. That makes like some shitty noise. It's just some torn cloth and some sticks of bone that have holes cut in them. He's like,
and this is about what I have really left.
That's,
if only the building hadn't destroyed them when it
That's,
fell upon me.
Terrible ordeal, but I believe I can fix them. I'm here to use a spell I have been thinking about.
You're
And
gonna use your holy magic to
yes,
help me fix my bagpipe.
why yes, as you see, I am with the cleric, so he's very helpful. So with his blessing, I wish to see your bagpipes.
Oh, my angel, you may see anything of mine. Here you go.
And he like hands you over the bagpipes.
All right. So I take it and I say, with the blessing of my friend Tintin and all of those that I love.
I'm not blessing her.
He means that ironically. I bring life back into these pipes to blow yet again. And I cast mending upon the broken bagpipes.
So yeah, like as you watch the bagpipes start to shift and move as these beautiful magics swirl around them, and they swirl up into the air like a Disney show. Some small candelabras dance in the background, and the bagpipes knit back together, and they fall down into your hands, and just with a little.
As you can see, the holy deed is done.
He's like,
You could always think, Tintin.
No.
he like holds the bagpipes. He's like, I thank you, my angel. Thank you.
Childish.
Just think her.
Lord Tintin.
Just think her.
Say it with me.
Lord Tintin.
Lord
I
Tintin.
will tell of his deeds this day.
You
And
do
of
that.
my angel here.
I light a fire.
I thank you.
Lord Tintin.
I said,
Lord Tintin.
If you would, I will write a song about you.
no.
I would love
It's coming
that.
to my mind right now.
Let's hear it.
I would love it.
And he like plays this like. The bagpipes are great, but the song is not so great. About this lord and lady, this beautiful angel that saved him, and remedied his beautiful bagpipes. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, and you have a follower of Fantasia and Tintin forever. Fixing rusty bagpipes.
Yeah, my friend.
Yeah.
Alright. So I may have accidentally made a religion. I would say our deeds here are done. And we can return to your uncle's ship.
Alright. And then we head to
Okay, so you head off to the beautiful sounds of bagpipes in.
I hope that was therapeutic for you.
It actually was. The song was not. But the deed was.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are heading out to the docks and arriving at the dockyard. And as you walk up onto the Duo Sea, we fade out for this week's episode.
Great episode.
A bit earlier than last time, which was at like 11 o'clock. So.
Okay, fair enough.